like he's still finishing up work. And Drake, rest his soul, has passed out somewhere and might be joining when he wakes up. So let's get this shit started. We were actually missing people last week, right? We need a recap.
We sure were.
That's right.
Yeah, Eli and I were not here.
That's right. So you guys followed through on Gale's plan to travel to Mechanus. You took the rug and woke up in that trash compactor area. You did a little bit of exploring and were able to pry open a couple of different exits and discovered that the trash compactor was actually inside of a giant mechanical turtle, which was filled with all sorts of other security, including a laser grid hallway that you fought your way through, and eventually kind of escaped out through the mouth of this giant turtle. There you found yourselves in a giant pasture or meadowy field full of these like synthetic grasses and plants and a river full of oil, where there were a bunch of these enormous, just colossal turtles, kind of just grazing. You followed the river for a bit until you reached a big walled city, which was much more like classic Mechanus. Very methodical, very rigid, very structured, swarming with these tiny little monodrone bots that live their lives according to this rigid schedule. And there, you were one of very few people from outside of the plains, but you did spot a couple of kobolds wearing Ozydirith's cult garb. You guys got the jump on them, started the fight in the street. One of them kind of fought back and was a trooper till the end, but the other one immediately gave up, cowered for fear, and asked to be spared. And he was willing to give you a little bit of information in exchange for his life, and is now accompanying all of you in somebody's backpack, I forget who. But he basically explained that these turtles are vaults, and that vaults, what is it? 644? I need to double check my notes. Basically pointed you to the correct vault, the correct turtle. He told you that inside there would be guards, that some of them worked with Ozydirith, and that some of them were just kind of hired underlings that were paid for their services. But either way, he told you that the key that you need to open the cellar door is in vault number 3. You guys walked in, kind of tried to bluff your way through it, but were ultimately told that number 3 was a decoy, the real one is number 2, and why don't you go in? Everything's fine, check it out. And when Gale kind of refused to walk into the obvious trap, combat begins. It looks like the dragon is rearing back to begin a breath or a spell or something. Yes, we're going to change their names to Ozzy and Ozzy Sun. We did it.
Thank you.
The problem is that there are like 16 Ozzy Suns.
Ozzy Sun 1, Ozzy Sun 2.
Yeah. We'll have to do that. Anyway, we're starting right up with initiative. So if you haven't already rolled it, go for it.
Aussie Holy Spirit.
I think we got everyone. No, we need a moat.
We need Moat and we need Ace.
And the auto initiative is still worked. You guys can add a D4 to your initiatives.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my sheet right now and then I'll roll it.
Yeah. Auto initiative is still being fucky, so we're just gonna do old-fashioned initiative.
Alright, I haven't managed, I'll roll twice.
Can we switch to D10 initiative?
I don't know how I feel about that yet.
You said a D4?
Yeah, you can add a D4 to it.
28.
Look at how happy Stillborn looks.
He's just in his own lane, living his best life.
Are we standing in the lasers?
You guys could have been. You guys can put yourself anywhere you want inside this room.
I'm
On top of the
confused
dragon.
out of this room.
Look how stubby his little legs are.
Are these lasers moving, or are they just kind of like...
They are moving. And you guys encountered these when you escaped from the first turtle. There are little nodes on the wall that just fire lasers at whatever it can see, including you guys if you get too close.
One of them is already damaged.
That was in a different turtle.
Oh, right.
Say we came into a different turtle than the one we exited through.
Yeah.
Very important question, Vec.
Yes.
Did we bring my forklift?
I assumed that you probably did.
Cool.
And in fact, you did use it to escape the trash room.
Yes. Alright, I'm going to... Are these swarms flying?
The swarms are not flying, but they are capable of flight. You've seen them buzz around like little worker bees. But currently they're on the ground just doing like maintenance.
All right, and is this just one giant room, or are these two separate rooms with a hallway in the middle?
Two separate rooms with a hallway in the middle of them. Yeah, so Vasu, you would probably be over in the left room with everybody else, unless you wanted to be in the right room. The door was open.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, sorry.
be up in the corner.
I have a little wing icon on me. Is that something I need to pay attention to, or just...
That's old, I think. I think you had
Okay,
to fly
cool.
when you were escaping the first one.
Okay, cool.
So, Ace, currently you're standing over a pit. It's about 20 feet down into what appears to be a bunch of moving parts that would not be fun to get stuck in.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
right,
I have
you have your thing. You're flying. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And it has a seatbelt.
It does have a seatbelt. Safety first. Very important. All right.
Can I go first for shits and gigs?
No. You rolled a 9.
Okay.
It's worth
You tried.
asking, though. I appreciate it.
You don't know until you ask.
Yeah, you gotta try. Alright, Ace, you see the dragon. It's like, the gig's up, let's do this shit. He's rearing back to do a breath. What do you do?
I hunter's mark him,
Damn it.
and then I shoot a bunch of arrows into him.
I sure do wish you wouldn't.
And I'm gonna do -5 for +10 on these.
Okay. God, that's so much damage. 50 points of damage. No. 40 points of damage.
It should be 50 +10.
You're right. 50 points of damage. God damn.
Second one.
Oh, that's a little better than Christ.
22 for a 20.
That'll hit.
Critical hit.
God damn it.
Why don't you just kill it?
I hope so. Are we trying to? We're trying to kill this guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We were kind of warned ahead of time that everything in here is serving Ozymandias, or Ozydirith, and one will kill you. They will kill you before they let you into the vault.
All right, and that's so it's 28 damage.
28 damage. Good lord. Yeah, so this thing rears back to begin a fight, and just raining death down from the Koopa cart are
Actually,
3 arrows that sink right
I
into
don't think it did bonus damage for my
Oh, you're
initial
right.
attack.
Yeah, you need another D8 in there.
Another D8.
Yep. Trace moss. There we go. 3 arrows sink in back to back on one of the larger stillstones embedded into this thing's shoulder. And it just erupts at his side. There's an explosion that kind of knocks him off kilter. He already looks like shit. Anything else?
How? I guess just for how tall is this room?
It would be about 15. No, it'd be a little bigger than that. No, that's about right. 15 feet tall sounds good.
Okay. Is there any like places up or down I could like put myself in so I don't get hit by a dragon breath?
You would have to like get up
Could I, like-
close to avoid the cone.
Could I like lower myself down near these gears and
yeah,
use the
absolutely.
side as cover?
So the pit is 20 feet deep, so you could go like down below there and use the ledge as cover.
Okay, I'll do that.
Excellent. So you are about 10 feet below ground level.
Beep beep beep.
Perfect.
Wait, are we trying to destroy this turtle, or do we like the turtle being alive?
We weren't trying to destroy it, no.
Okay. Then I won't do anything while I'm down here.
All right. From near you, Ace, actually, from that stairwell with not stairwell, but a ladder hole. There's another term for a ladder hole. There has to be.
A trap door.
Trapdoor?
The
Maybe?
Shaft?
Shaft.
I mean, if
Approach the shaft.
Shaft. That's the one for sure.
And on that note, I think I will be bowing out.
Yep, I'll see you all next time.
Perfect. Oh, what does he want to do? What does he want to do? You hear an alarm begins to sound, and red light begins to pulse from down that shaft. And you hear the rapid shuffling of a lot of little mechanical things But one of the first things that pops up is actually much larger than the other monodrone. It is a tall, cylindrical drone with eyes kind of poking out in 4 different directions. These tiny little scrappy arms and wings like the rest of the little drone. A couple scrawny little legs. But it just appears to be kind of a tall cylindrical monodrone that is bigger and more in charge than all the others. And it comes scurrying up this ladder, where I assume Vasu is too high and Ace is too low for it. Damn it. Yeah, it's going to go and use its action to dash. And it'll dash right up to... Oh, I forgot Gale's... Shit, what are we going to do about Gale? For the time being, we're going to assume that Gale is hiding in the vault. So he's going to run right up to Nordo, who's the next closest person. But he has to dash to do it, so that's it. Dragon. Dragon's going to fucking breathe, I think. What does he have? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. He'll reposition just a tiny little bit over to here. And then he rears his head back and fires a line of acid that hits Nordo, Nomad, and a moat. I need dexterity saving throws.
Oh no. Don't forget out a D4.
And also my aura, if you're in range.
I believe everybody saves on that. For half damage, it's 31 points of acid damage.
That's
You
not so much.
shield master to take none.
God damn
Okay, I have evasion. I forgot. I'm a real monk.
Alright,
And I'm gonna absorption to have it.
perfect. Excellent.
Even
Yeah, so you
more.
only
So
take
how
the
much?
15.
31 down to 15. Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool breath.
Yeah, you watch as this acid sprays out. Most of you are able to either duck it or dodge it. And it largely just kind of crashes against the inside linings of this giant kind of brass or coppery turtle, where it begins to slough down the walls and down into the gears. There's bits of acid still splashing through all the different cogs and machines down there. That, I think, is all he can do on his turn. Which brings us to Nomad.
Do I know if there's a protocol for, like, hey, something's damaging your turtle? Attack it.
You imagine that if there is, they all saw that happen. You're also very intelligent. You would know that a lot of metals, especially copper, are very resistant to acid.
Did it look like it did much damage to anything here?
The machine appears totally unharmed, so far anyway. But also, it just happened half a second ago, so it's hard to say.
That's fair. Does the scrapper drone seem hostile to us?
Absolutely. He's rushing up to Nordo.
Sweet.
Wait,
He's
isn't
not.
copper, like, especially susceptible to acid?
No, copper's especially resilient against acid.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Oh.
Let me just check to see if this spell can be upcast. Because I'm not used to using a list to look through my spells.
Also, I think it depends. Yeah, it like depends on the acid. Nitric acid apparently works.
Nitric acid.
So you can rule out this dragon's breath as nitric acid. Definitely
Kill
not
it
the
up.
case.
Yeah. The swarm of unit drones, I mean, this big scrapper drone, it seems hostile to us, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to try and polymorph it into a box turtle.
Love it. Give me a spell cast. Or cast your spell. You find as you try to connect to this thing and polymorph it, that you are immediately met with an immutable form. It seems to be unpolymorphable.
It's some swarm of golem. That makes sense. That's my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to the little swarms. Who... yeah, they're all just gonna swarm Nordo. These tiny little bastards each have just a tiny little pointed, sharp stick at the end of their hands, basically. And they're gonna try to stick you. Missing a lot. I don't think they have advantage for any reason.
Yeah, that's all miss.
Pretty sure everything there misses.
They found a way.
They did it. From behind, these things basically have to crit to hit anyway. From behind, these are all going to rush out and over to Moat. And you see they have to do this awkward dance to like keep up with you and stay on the conveyor belt as it's running. Notably, the lasers don't seem to target them. So they have at least some sort of protocol for that. Anyway, all on Moat. Fuck loads of misses. Misses for days. These are not here. These have trouble climbing. These have trouble climbing. They'll move out of the way. Alright, you can hear that there's a lot more coming up from these ladder shafts. But they're not great at climbing. Gale's Snoozy Boy, which brings us to this boy. This one also has to dash to get anywhere. But there is movement from the other side of the room as another one of these big drones begins to pop his head out and look through the hall, but he has to dash to get there. Brings it to Nordo.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Sorry, reading spells. I don't know how to play this game.
These things happen.
Keep forgetting Nordo has spells now.
Me too.
Right?
Right. Alright, I'm going to step like right here if I can. I don't know if that triggers from anybody.
It will trigger 10 opportunity attacks from these pathetic little Luna drones, but they'll try it.
Oh, well, I didn't realize I was leaving their range.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. Read the spell. I need to just read, you know. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll trigger.
All right.
See if they can hit me.
Good luck.
Actually, I'll go, before I do it, I'm gonna use a bonus action for Step of the Wind to dodge. Yeah, we'll make it a dodge.
All right. Perfect. So, can any of them double crit?
Can you not disengage as a bonus?
I'd rather dodge and just have it last all the way to my next turn.
Oh, very smart.
No, nothing in there is over a 17.
Whew. Glad I did it though. Missed a couple of them critting me.
Yeah. Could have
Would've
taken
been
a whole
4
7
hits.
damage. Actually, they would have thrown 2 more d4 on
I
that.
say they would have hit 4 hits and 2 of them crits.
Yeah.
Anyway, once he sort of, I imagine Nordo's version of dodging is just sort of turning his shell around in their direction while he runs away.
Yep.
And then he'll spin around and slam his foot down onto the ground, and it's just like a shockwave, like from an earthquake.
Ooh.
Shoots out in a 15-foot cube, which I think I can probably hit. Buddy? Might have to hit Nomad. But that's fine.
If you're to move down, you could definitely hit just them, but I think from here you'd have to hit Nomad if you want to hit all the unit drones.
Say, I think if I move down, I would have to take opportunity attack from the dragon.
And Nomad's just like, go ahead.
He's fine.
Perfect.
He's gonna be just fine.
We do this all the time.
All right.
Well,
cast.
you haven't done it to me specifically yet, but you know.
I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Gross.
So there should be an extra damage die in here.
Yep. And you do find that not only do all the metallic things seem vulnerable to this, as you would expect, but also the stillborn dragon. The crystals embedded all over him seem to be very vulnerable to this as well. So everything
Terrific.
here is saving a disadvantage. This is going to be gross. Fail. Is that extra damage from that D8?
Yes, it is.
Gross. They're all just... Okay, yeah.
21.
The Uno drones scatter against the back wall here, are flung to bits and then fall down into the cogs and gears and continue to get ground up, one might even say.
One might.
The stillborn dragon. 15 is a fail, 17 and a knockback. Slams against the wall.
I got 21 with no.
You
good, you
save,
take
so
half.
Just 8 damage to you.
How much is?
8 total thunder.
Oh, no, Scrapper Drone. Well, he cannot save that even if he tried, so he's going to take it. 17 points. 10-foot knockback. Basically slams against this railing here. I'm going to go ahead and see if he falls. He's close enough that it's worth a save. It's not going to be super hard because he just barely touched the railing. But we'll find out. Oh my god. God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, he begins to crash through the railing. Fuck it, it's in that one. Yeah, he falls over. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 plus another 2d10.
This is a delightful start.
God,
Look at those rolls.
damn those rolls too. Yeah, goes tumbling over, and there's this horrible metallic grinding noise as he hits all these gears. And unlike all the little monodrones, which are just kind of instantly devoured by it, they just begin grinding on this thing's legs and arms. Fuck. God damn it. All right, anything else?
Outstanding.
Is it prone?
Oddly not prone. He's just kind of stuck in a trap. Not
I
really
imagine
just
there's
stuck.
not. Imagine there's not a whole lot of blood in this situation, but some sort of oil or gas or something
Oh, yeah.
absorbs into Nordo for some temp HP. And then, let's see, that was my action and my bonus action. I think I'm going to go ahead and action surge while the time is right. How far down is this pit that this guy just fell down into?
20 feet.
Cool.
I like to imagine that Nordo is now like wearing an armor of little Unidrones.
Right.
Just little Unidrone scrap.
Alright, cool. In that case, I will just take a step up to this dragon, and I will use an action surge to attack him.
Sure do wish you wouldn't.
Recklessly, of course. So it'll cancel out my dodge.
30 slams in for 9 points of slashing.
Would 19 have hit?
It would have, so he is pushed prone.
Does he have a hover speed?
He doesn't. He's 2 tiles on, 1 tile off. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give him a dex save to cling to the edge.
Actually, I'll do this
Surely-
to help.
Oh, fuck.
In case this helps, I will go ahead and throw on my superiority die and try to push him.
Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, strength save first. Whoo! Thank goodness. I think you're DC 17, right? Or is that just the
the-
weapon?
So you see the weapon is 17. Let's see, what is
It's
the
a
DC
fighter
of
thing,
fighter
right?
shit? If it's a
That's
fighter
like
shit,
going
then my DC is like 20. I have a 22 of strength, so
Shit, so
Oh.
6 plus 6 plus 8. Yeah, it's actually 20. Shit, so he is pushed back, which means he is now fully off and prone without a magical fly speed, which means he also falls in the pit. Fuck.
It's gonna
Hell.
die in the gears.
You know, he's gonna legendary resist that. That would be terrible.
oh,
Yeah,
Add
I hate to
your
do it to you,
D4.
but that's real bad.
that's fine. That makes absolute and total sense. He does still take the extra 5 points of damage for a total of 14, and I still need a different strength save for him against the restraint.
Right. Restraint is good.
Yep. Alright, that's my first attack.
The legendary resistance is like just a plus D4.
That's true, so you
Oh,
would
you're
have to
right.
technically not roll
Yeah.
a 1.
Yeah, I forget we're doing this system. Okay, there we go. Cool.
Fine.
You're good. Second attack.
I'm actually kind of glad it isn't the gears. I want its body.
Fuck me,
It's like-
28 is good for another 14.
Alright, cool. That is my action surge, my bonus action. I'll go ahead and kind of step over in front of this door here, and
Alright.
that will be the end of my turn.
I don't know, it's only the third of us who've gone, and they've already nearly.
Yeah, you guys have a really, really strong first round, especially like with Ace, but also just getting all your stuns and shit out of the way. Okay.
Let's just ignore the fact that I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuns, let me get a con save.
God damn it. When
Just
did
for
I
shits and giggles.
say anything?
Sometimes I forget I'm a monk.
There we go.
Oh,
You're good.
there-
Alright.
I
This
forget you're a monk too sometimes.
the door to the north, right behind the dragon, opens, and you watch as one more of these boss drones pops out. He looks over the situation frantically. Oh, there's a bunch of you clustered up right there. That'd be so nice. He's got to, right? Surely he's got to. Yeah, we're gonna do it. You watch as with deft hands, this bot reaches into a chamber in his chest, just like Bender, lovable Bender from hit show Futurama, and pulls out a little kind of copper ball that begins to tick rapidly. Chucks it over right between Nomad, Moat, and Vasu. I think Vasu might actually be safe. Let me check the radius on this thing.
Does he also
No.
pull out a beer and a cigar?
He does not, unfortunately. No, this can absolutely hit all three of you. Chucks it over between the three of you, and it explodes. There is a resounding, thunderous noise, like the inside of a gong. And I need Nomad, Moat, and Vasu to give me a strength saving throw. Vasu and Moat are both good, thanks to Moat's aura. You take half damage, so 18 points, and are not knocked back. Nomad, you take 36 points of thunder damage, and are pushed 15 feet north. 1, 2, 3, basically slammed into the wall, right above this dragon, or next to the dragon as he's trying to hold onto the edge here. Kind of land with a thud against the wall there.
Thunk. Hello, dragon.
That was 5. And then I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Second one?
Yes,
This time without mode.
correct. Oh yeah, will do. Alright, excellent. As you slam against the wall there, you can see that this drone begins to kind of like push you back against the wall with one of his arms, and just keeps like tries to pin you to the wall there. You're not actually grappled or anything yet, but it's very clear that he's trying to like hold you in place for a moment for something. But for the time being, that'll be Moat. But first, a strength save. Okay, cool. Now Moat.
Alright, so this guy right in front of me, the scrapper, is he like in this pit or
He sure is. He's 20 feet down, and he looks like he's being ground up by all the shit down there.
Excellent. And I'm sorry, you said this was like, what is this at the end of the conveyor?
So at the end, this is a big conveyor belt that feeds into a drop chute down to the garbage room where you guys teleported in. Although yours was a different turtle.
Excellent. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to my eyes flare up a little bit, and I'll spend some sorcery points. I'm going to upcast and quicken a spell, and I need all three of the scrapper drones to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. Shit, are these things immune to charm?
It's not a charm.
Oh, it's not a charm. Fuck me. Oh my god.
But if they're immune to charm, I think they're immune to this, though.
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
It's so it's not that they're immune to charm. They have a trait called Axiomatic Mind. You find as you cast the spell that they are simply immune to compulsion. They cannot be compelled to act against their instructions.
Oh, that is incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, I hate to do this twice, but they do actually have it.
No, that's fine.
So you find that the
Sorry.
spell just has nothing to connect to, or rather that these things are just resilient to reprogramming.
Boy. If that's the case, I don't... I'm going to instead use my action. This is so stupid. I'm going to start picking up these tiny-ass little drones in front of me and throwing them into the trash chute
Hell yes. Alright.
with my attack.
Perfect. Yeah, I dig it. I'll even let you grab like 2 for the price of 1, because they're so small and they're basically just a swarm.
Athletics. How do
athletics.
you want me to do this?
Yeah, we'll basically call it a shove. They're small enough that I'll let you just like grab two and shove them all at the same time. Let's see. They're vaguely nimbly-bimbly, not very. Nope. Two of them just go flying down into that chute, thud against the back wall, and you see as soon as they land, it opens up. The two of them fall down into the garbage chute below.
Alright, so I will throw two into the garbage chute below, kind of grab... Does that count as both my attacks, or do I get another one?
No, I'll let you do two for each attack, so if you got extra attack, you can do another two.
Okay, I'll throw two into the garbage chute, reach down for max, and kind of swing it around out towards this swarm, but right before it connects, it starts to glow and fire builds up at the end of it. I'm going to spend a charge and cast a Burning Hands in this direction.
Oh, fucking sick. Shit, they don't have jack shit against fire.
The weapon doesn't say, but I think it's just a base level, so I'll just do that.
Ooh.
And it should hit the scrapper, maybe?
Let's see. Was it 15-foot cone? It might.
Yeah. No.
I think he's just out of range of it. Yeah. 15 is
That's fine.
Right there.
I'll take the swarm.
Yeah, you do see, though, that these things are just incinerated. A lot of their parts begin to droop and melt at the joint. And they basically lock up in place. And you see that as soon as each one kind of deactivates, the lasers on the wall suddenly begin to just treat them as scrap. And begin dissecting them into bits. And they just begin to travel down towards the chute until they are also sucked in.
Okay, and then the last thing and I'll be done. When we got here, did I happen to see what these ladders are made out of?
It appears to be...
If not, I'll run over.
The same sort of kind of like copper or brass that everything else is made out of. It's this vaguely... I mean, you've got blacksmithing proficiency, right?
I do actually, finally. Only took to level 20.
Hell yeah, give me a toolkit check. The appearance most closely resembles copper to you, but you can tell it's definitely some sort of a supernatural alloy. It's not something found in the material plane. You are able to tell that it is very rigid, resistant to both heat and acid. Pretty lightweight is it defining. It's almost like aluminum in the sense that it's very strong, but it manages to do that while being very light.
Is it, like, attached to the wall? I'm sorry, I know I have 1,000 questions.
Oh, no, that's fine. It is... yeah, it is loosely, but, like, it's just screws and bolts. You could theoretically, with enough strength, rip it free. Or undo it.
I'll head that way.
Excellent. Alright. Anything else?
No, that should be it.
Alright, Vasu.
Alright. I'm gonna dash right up to this dragon, who is hovering precariously above this pit of grinding gears.
Sure is.
And I'm gonna hopefully hit him. This is an advantage.
31. Oh my god, 23 points. Piercing and fire.
We'll make it radiant.
Excellent, alright.
And give me a con save.
Impact. I don't wanna...
You must.
Oh, thank god.
23.
23 is good for another 11. He still stands.
Another con save. Damn.
I'm so upset. Why doesn't this guy know shield? Why learn magic if you're not going to learn shield?
Okay, so I wasn't... Is this like one of the Aussie dragons, or is this just a dragon?
It is. This is very similar to the ones that you saw deep in the Underdark when you were in Shul's castle. It is this black-scaled dragon that has still stone crystal, just kind of jutting out in awkward places from the sides of its jaws, one big one from its shoulders, kind of down the length of its spine. It has clearly been horribly mutated and modified by them.
Okay. I want it dead, so I'm gonna do a flurry.
No! It looks very close.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, I might live! No!
Is it prone or no?
It is prone.
Oh, it is. You're right. So, yeah, the first one slams in. And you basically see your opening. There is one exposed crystal right in the center of its, like, collarbone. And you are able to grab it, twist at just the right angle, there is a crack and a shatter, and then this pulse of explosion, and this thing drops to the ground.
Cool. Do I get to keep the Skydive yank out of its chest?
You do. You can tell that it has definitely been like drained. This is not what Stillstone is meant to be used for. But yeah, you yank that skite. You can hold that skite all you
I was
want.
just, if it was still like powerful or volatile, I was hoping to use the last part of my flurry to chuck it over at the scrapper drone. But
I'll absolutely let you throw it as a monk weapon. Just 'cause it sounds fun.
sure, we'll say I do that, and if I can just direct that last attack at the brawler right there.
Yeah. Excellent. He's about 10 feet down. You just huck it down as he's trying to pull himself out of this trap. And there's a thunk as it slams into his head.
That one is in the trap?
He is in the trap, yeah.
Okay, I thought he was still like up on the bridge. Can I throw it at that one instead then?
Yes, absolutely.
Like if this guy's already basically dead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You throw it up at the northern one instead. There's a thunk, and it leaves a big dent in the side of one of its, right below its eyes.
Yeah, because that was the one that threw the exploding ball at me, right?
Sure is.
Yeah, take that. Plenty more where that came from, pal. Just you wait about 3 seconds. Fly up here, so I'm not hovering over the pit myself.
Excellent. Alright, that brings us to the bottom of the round. You guys can feel the entire turtle kind of lurch under your feet. Let's see, is there an effect on this? Double check. For the time being, it seems to just be kind of lifting itself back up. You can hear out front the mouth slowly closing down. This thing realizes that something weird is going on in its tummy, but nothing super terrible happens yet. Brings us back to the top with Ace.
Alright, I'm gonna go up 10 feet so I can see over the ledge. This guy has Nomad, right?
He does. Not actually grappled, but he's clearly I don't know, he's harrying him.
He's touching me.
Stop touching me. So -5 for +10, like always.
That is still a hit for 45 total points. Good hit for another 24.
And then I'm just gonna. I'll probably actually. What's the movement speed of this lift?
20 feet.
Okay. I'll probably just stay where I'm at. That way, Nomad can see through my. And then I'll take. Yeah, and that'll be.
All right, sounds good. Down here, this thing needs to get the fuck up. It is going to try to do so. It does not have a climb speed. It is very good at climbing. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. This thing is able to kind of pull itself free from the grinder that got a good chunk of its foot. Pulls himself up the ledge, over the railing, and gets to here. Who did that to him? That was Nordo. But Vasu's right here.
I'm up in the air though.
You are up in the air. I guess he's going to have to go over to Nordo then. Although he did just go AFK.
What's he done?
He
Punch him a lot.
The first thing he tries to do is he tries to grab Nordo by the wrist. We'll have to wait until Nordo gets back to execute this, but I'll need... Damn it! 17 is still okay.
Good strength. Good athletics.
He's got great athletics.
Honestly, I don't know if he's proficient in it, but if he is, we have the same save. But I'm guessing he'll be back soon.
Yeah, he said it was going to be a fast one. Give him a second. while we're waiting for him to get back, as he is getting up, you see that he's got like a handful of his own body bits. And when he gets up here, he kind of like reaches down, and with a series of whirs and click, just kind of stuffs some of his parts back onto himself, basically. He'll use his bonus action to do this. Ooh, good heal.
Twice as much, if Brawler. That is Brawler. Practically full again.
Hey, you were supposed to die down there.
Emotionless, totally cold, no response.
Didn't he crawl out of the pit and the first thing you asked was who did that to him?
Yeah. He didn't ask. I was asking it out of character.
I'm just razzing.
Yeah.
Who did that? Beep bop boop.
One of you will pay.
$2.99.
It's pretty cheap.
299 gold.
Oh, I see. That is not pretty cheap.
It's okay. We're rich, so it's fine.
Sure, you guys could pay that in a heartbeat.
Oh, I already spent so much money learning new spells.
Don't worry. I can pay for you. I can be your sugar daddy.
Thank you.
Your sugar bird.
My sugar bird.
Christ.
My sugar brother? So
Sugar brother. Hmm.
Oh, while he's gone,
Sure.
were any of those incinerated little guys right in front of me like okay, like not completely ruined? I want to try to take one home as a souvenir. So if I have the time, I'm gonna try to snatch one out so
Sure.
it doesn't get trashed up.
Yeah. Give me like a deck save to make it official. To just because like as soon as it goes dead, the lasers try to chop it up. But you probably
Yeah,
could have
valid.
grabbed one before that happened.
Ooh, maybe not.
You're able to grab like an intact arm that's all in one piece.
This is the greatest thing I've ever owned.
For sure. And you can definitely hear that there's more of those little bastards coming, so you might have another chance. Nordo, I need something is trying to grapple you with 17.
He's tight.
Oh no! Son of a bitch.
It's no change, basically.
Yeah, fuck. I have no way to make that better, do I?
He's bigger. If you want to say like, hey.
No, 17, the dice have spoken. He's used his bonus action, he's used one of his attacks. Yeah, I assume the same thing. Oh yeah, that's right, you got that thing. That's fine. He is, then when he fails to grapple you, he's going to use the second attack to just do a big punch straight to your center of mass. Does a 21 hit.
Dead.
Oh
I
my
guess
god, he's making all these saves just right. You're only pushed 5 feet back, which means you do not hit the wall, which is a goddamn shame.
Sorry, I just realized my mic was muted that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, that'll bring us to... Does he want to follow up? He doesn't know Vasu's got Sentinel. He would try to follow up. And I actually don't know if that leaves your range or not. I think your reach is 15, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is in there.
Alright. Stillborn Dragon is dead. Right, of course. Nomad.
I killed him.
Dead. He's gonna... He's mostly on the ledge. He won't slide off yet.
He doesn't seem like he's sliding off, right?
No, he's kind of up against the railing in a weird way, but he won't fall.
Right. And I'm not technically pinned or anything.
Correct, yeah. It seems that this thing was mostly just trying to, like, be a distraction for a little while. And you do still feel a little distracted.
I am. I'm like, oh, you're doing a good job. I guess. Whatever it is you're attempting, I hope you are having
time.
Chris, did you sleep at all today?
I woke up and I felt terrible.
I was gonna say you sound like you could use some more sneezing.
Well, I'm here now.
Ooh.
25,
12
force damage.
25 is good. Where do you get advantage from?
Huh?
Where do you get
Ace.
advantage from?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
me.
Ace. That's right. Fuck. Why did I give you that thing? 25 is good for 12
Because
points.
I
of force.
rolled very well.
Yeah, you
And
did.
I knock it in here.
Against the door.
Into the rail, the thingy. Down.
You can push or pull the creature up to 10 feet in any direction along the ground. You're right. So he is flying over this way.
No, not that one. What? No, this one down here. This guy on top of me.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Shit.
The rail. It's just back down
You
there.
can push or pull the creature up to 10 feet in any direction along the ground. Is that exactly how the spell's worded?
That's. What you wrote.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like, I can't push it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna give him a deck save to like not topple, but I think he does probably like run into the gate or the railing, and let's see what happens.
I don't know if it's strong enough to destroy the railing. I think he should be fine.
All right, he goes slamming over there, and for a moment you see he begins to topple like he's gonna go over the edge, but he does manage to grab on and hold himself here. He does still take the 12 points of force though.
I have no bonus actions.
All right. Then that brings us to young drones. One of the groups emerges over here, and one of them emerges all around Moat. As you're kind of heading over to this ladder to see if you can dismantle it, you're met by a ton of tiny little bodies that just begin to pile out and surround you. And then they're going to try to stab you a whole bunch. Oh my god, I think one of them actually gets through. Maybe two of them.
On whom?
The crit is the only one that hits.
Alright, 8 points of damage from that massive crit. That's all they can do. Alright, this guy's turn. Let's get some work done. He is gonna run in here. And as soon as this bot enters the fray, you see that from behind his two main arms, a couple of additional ports open, and an extra set of arms. An extra set of arms opens up, and a whole bunch of additional arms emerge, each holding different weapons. And the first one is going to fire a bow at Vasu. It's a 30 hit? God, I wish I had advantage.
It does hit, but you know I'm gonna do the thing.
I do know you're going to do the thing. You got to. For what it's
God.
worth, before you roll the damage, he does try to add more damage onto it. So... Oh, never mind, he doesn't know that trick. Just kidding. Yep, carry on.
Let me look it up.
I think
One sec.
I think it's like your monk level plus something, so I'm pretty sure you automatically
Yeah.
are going to reduce it to 0 here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You reduce it to 0, and then if you want, you can spend some key to throw it back.
Absolutely.
Using your monk, martial arts die.
Yep.
Your decks. Basically, just roll unarmed attack. Then
Yeah,
use the
pretty
damage unarmed attack. But it's piercing.
Yeah, you send this thing flying back. 28 slams into him for 10 points of slashing damage, except piercing damage. He didn't like that. Not one bit. He's going to continue to run up and over to Moat. The next thing he's going to use is a big old chopping axe. 23 to hit for 12.
Perfect.
He's going to go and use a trick so he can make an attack as a bonus action, but you're armored, so it doesn't do any additional damage. This time he is going to hit you with a tiny little dagger. 25 for 13. And this one will do a little additional damage because you're wearing armor. Ooh, it does a lot of additional damage. But that's it. Brings us to Nordo.
I will take my reaction to attack him.
Shit, don't do that.
Nice, nice, nice.
24
And here
is
comes
good.
to smite.
Oh no.
Das Smite.
Fuck, I have so many resources. Let's get fucking stupid as hell.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Why did you roll so high? 33. It is not a fiend or undead. Mantle's not active. Still 33 from a smite. He's looking real rough all of a sudden.
Nice, nice, nice.
Alright, now Nordo.
Okay. Well, when I used that spell earlier, did it seem like it was super particularly effective on these weird robots?
It sure did seem
Was
to.
that the case?
At the very
Okay.
least, they appear to be made of like metal, so they're susceptible to it.
Okay.
Not vulnerable, but you know how Thunderwave works.
Disadvantage.
Thunderwave
Right.
ability.
Right.
Okay. Well, Nordo's not the brightest crayon in the box, but he's smart enough to figure that out. But do I want to spend that kind of mana?
Right. It was effective the first time, but they just kind of healed themselves.
Yeah.
Well, it killed all the
Plus my-
scrappers.
You
Not
know,
the
my,
scrappers.
yeah, I'm just going to attack with the axe. I might have been AFK for that. These guys have some sort of healing going on.
One of them healed themselves.
Yeah, at the very least, you saw that the brawler, the one that got stuck down in the trap, was able to stuff some of his junk back into himself.
Okay, terrific. I will start wailing on that one with the axe.
All right.
Recklessly, of course. I act like I'm not sure if I'm going to do it reckless. Ridiculous.
Uh, 32 is good for 9.
If 22 would have hit, he is prone.
He is prone.
Need a strength save. And now he can't heal. Magically.
Shit.
Assuming it's magical. He's good on the restraint, though. It's the second attack. Hey,
Uh-oh.
sweet Jesus.
12 points from that.
And I mean, it's a crit, so I gotta break the tattoo out.
Right.
Just as Mode is swinging at the ones over there. Nordo's holy symbol of Adria tattoo on his left forearm gleams
I'll see.
for 31 more damage, 32
Ow.
more damage.
Fuck me.
And then one more strength save to see if it can be restrained. Still not restrained. I will also use my reaction for my Spine of the Cloud Piercer Mountain. Okay, that's my action. I will go ahead and use a bonus action. We'll make it a flurry of blows.
Twin is good for 9 more.
And the final attack. Oops, I should have had advantage.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's like 17 to hit.
17 does just hit. I'll take that. First damage is fine. 14 bludgeoning.
All right. That's my action. That's my bonus action. I don't think I want to move. It's my turn.
All right, excellent. Well, that's a damn shame. Nobody capitalized on that. The one up top is going to look over to... Actually, you know what? You're still... Yeah, he'll do it to Nomad. He is going to kind of point a finger in your direction. The little tip of this finger flips open, and there's a little... as a tiny little trick pops out, fires your way, and then explodes right in your face. This has disadvantage, because it's a ranged attack. So, no! Son of a bitch.
No.
Damn shame.
I'm intrigued by you, strange contraption.
You know what? He's gonna use his bonus action to try again. 15? Probably still a huge miss.
Oh. 23 is the AC you're trying to beat.
Shame. Damn shame. Alright, what's up?
Alright, well, I am right where I want to be. I am going to pull out my axe after, just hitting him back. It starts to flicker again, only this time seems a little more condensed, and I'm going to cast a spell. It's bad damage.
My God. Woo! 33 to the primary. And then I assume the secondary damage just kind of leaps over to one of these monodrones.
Yes.
He is just fucking roasted. Nothing left of him.
And then... Yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and quicken another.
But that hurts.
That's right. You can quicken 2 cantrips. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I can never remember that rule, but...
Yeah. It's a little convoluted, but yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's terrible.
17 does still hit for 34. And another one of these monodrones is roasted.
Okay, that's action bonus. I don't really think moving's a wise choice. I should be good.
Alright, Vasu.
Just gonna kind of wheel around right here. And give this scrapper drone a big ol' punch. 16?
16 thankfully misses.
Damn shame. We'll try it. 19?
19 is good for 12
Okay.
points.
And we're doing that. Strength save.
Oh wait, shit, I just took the health off of you.
Don't do that.
It's not your health. There we go. Strength
And that's
save.
actually a DC 19 now, I think.
No!
Push back 10 feet.
He sure is. Yeah, that is far enough back that he's not even going to get a save. He just gets
And-
slammed over the railing.
You know what? Give me a con save too.
Shit.
Attaboy.
Okay, thank
Oh,
God. With that said, it might not matter because he goes flying over the edge, does the Titanic propeller spin as he soars over it, and then give me 2d6 plus 2d10 as he falls down into the gears. I'm so upset. He had his combo ready. He was gonna do great things. $12, $19, $20. God damn it. Yeah. Clatters against the wall. Boom, 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 down into the trap, where he is just devoured by these gears. And a few seconds later, there is nothing left of this thing.
awesome. Then I'm going to go ahead and zoom my way over here.
Already.
The Uno drones can attack, but it's at disadvantage.
They will try. They are programmed to try. I think the highest there is a 19. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
none of
sure
those
that all
hit.
misses. Yep. Alrighty.
Alright. And since I used a key point as part of my main action, I think that means I can use my bonus action for like a main weapon attack instead of unarmed, right? Doesn't that amongst work?
Yeah, they added that in UA. I think they got rid of it for Tasha's, but I'm cool with it.
Fuck Tasha. All my homies hate Tasha.
You know, Tasha's did some great things for monks.
I don't know, I'm just talking shit. Anywho. Lunging over here is a spear attack on this other scrapper drone.
28 is good for 15 points.
And that'll be me.
Alrighty. Let's see. At this point, you can all feel this giant tortoise beginning to shift under your feet. I need a dexterity saving throw from anyone who's on the ground. Which I think is everybody but Ace and Vasu, and maybe Nomad?
Yeah, I'm floating.
So just Moat and Nordo then.
It's dangerous in supply.
Yeah, it would, I guess. Sure. Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
Moat might
It's like
actually
effects
be
you
fine.
can see.
Yeah.
You got a D4 to that mode.
Oh, no. But that might save it. Damn it. Yeah, you guys are able to maintain your footing as this thing lurches to life and begins to do the turtle equivalent of a jog, which is, not actually super fast, especially when it's this big. But it does begin to rock and thump under your feet. And also, Moat, because you asked, yes, the beam nodule is what's firing all the lasers. With that said, it seems to only be able to fire into the hallway, or at least only to the right. So it's not a
Right,
threat
right.
to you in here.
Okay, cool.
That'll bring us to Ace.
Cool. What space are these? Just taking the swarms taking up the spaces that they're showing?
Yeah, it's like a huge hex, basically.
Cool. I'll move over here, and they can't attack because they've already used a reaction on Vasu.
Yep.
Thanks, Vasu. And
Hey,
then
no
I'm
problem.
gonna take that scrapper over there that was on my boy.
Alright, bring it.
-5 for +10.
Man, this is gonna hurt. Oh my god, that damage is so much lower than I was expecting. 39 points. Still nearly enough to finish him.
But wait, there's more.
Another.
Another 25 points.
And that is enough to do it. This thing is pinned to the wall and drops.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark to this swarm right here.
So it is. I know I have it listed as a swarm. It is technically 10 individual monodrones, or 8 now that
Yeah,
2 of them have been killed.
I'll mark it to be one that looks like it's not that close to Moat,
Sure.
so that when I start shooting, I'll aim at that one.
Yep, that makes sense.
And that's me.
Alright, boy, it's just him. He's gonna use half his movement to stand up.
He needs to take some damage first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Unless he's
11
immune to
points.
necrotic, it is necrotic damage.
Let me double check. I don't think they are. Oh my god, they are. Monodrones are totally immune to necrotic.
Balls.
Excellent. He is going to stand up. God, he wants to kill all of you, but he can only try to kill some of you.
I attacked recklessly.
You did, but also he has explosives. And explosives are fun.
They do seem really.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with a fast hands exploding trick, which he basically slams down right in the middle of all of you, including himself. So I need Nordo, Nomad, and Vasu to give me strength saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, this is an effective explosion. Everyone except for Nordo takes full damage and is pushed 15 feet back from basically the center point in the middle of all of you. So 15, 15, and he goes slamming into the wall and lands over here. And sorry, 24 points of thunder, not 18. Nordo only takes half for 12 points of thunder. And then he is going to run right back over to Nordo. And he's going to use his main actions to just... Oh, man, he wants to do the
Hey, not so fast, pal.
Oh, shit. Oh, thank
Aw.
God. Yeah, he is just going to reel back and punch you as hard as he can straight into this wall here.
He's got advantage.
Sure does. 18?
Miss.
Shit. Number 2. Oh, this is
Ooh, that'll hit.
This is gonna hurt. Shit. Actually, this is gonna hurt a lot. So first of all, 19 points from the initial attack, and then I need a strength saving throw.
1 second.
I'm gonna use my reaction to block a bunch of that damage.
Perfect.
I'm fine. You don't really need to.
Okay,
But you
I'll let
can.
I'll do it anyway. I'll do it at a lower level.
It's the first damage I've taken in like 10 sessions, so.
That's fair. You know what? Take the hit. It's gonna
So
be
your mana is more valuable than my hit points,
Yeah.
for real.
I have less mana than you
I
have.
say, very literally, your mana is worth more. Save it. Alright, strength save. Still have advantage from Spine of the Cloud sorry.
True. I actually don't think it matters whether you succeed or fail here, but let's see it just to make it official.
So if the only cleric I have dies, I feel like I die.
All right. So you're only pushed back 5 feet, but that still does this heaving, crushing blow slams you into the wall. You take an additional 4 damage from that, and that one is not doubled because it is not a roll of the die. However, when you slam into the wall, he follows up with his elbow and just pins you into it. And this is extra damage for that attack, which means it is also doubled by the crit.
Stage has it.
So 56 additional damage as you crash into this wall.
Oh boy. That's a lot of
Will
damage.
Scrapper class be available on your next campaign?
I sure hope so. I'd love for somebody to play this shit.
I'm into it.
That was his whole load. So Nomad's up.
Whee! This guy who just attacked him. Gonna get a cantrip at him. Shit, the thing isn't popping up. That's weird. This is gonna be thunder damage.
Ow. 28 for 29 is really good. He is almost down.
And then I'm just gonna like drift over.
Leave him to me.
It's my turn. Yeah, he's yours. Absolutely. All yours. I'm just gonna move here. And that's me.
Alright. Hop, 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 hop. A whole bunch come.
I trust that they say this.
Yeah, for some reason these guys have like auditory cues, none of the other ones do. They all come filing in this neat, orderly line across the bridge and across the conveyor belt. Do a quick assessment and turn up to ace. And they fire pew, 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 a whole bunch of little needles up at ace.
I mean, I'm sure they don't because they're animatronics. Can they see with? Are they relying on dark vision to see me?
No, this place is well lit to begin with.
No, I have darkness cast on me.
Oh, you have darkness on you? When did that happen?
I have an item that puts 5 foot of darkness on me at all times.
Oh my god, why did I give you that? You're right.
Because people kept complaining when I shot arrows of darkness everywhere.
You're right. And they do rely on dark vision. These ones don't have true sight or anything like that. So the next closest is going to be Moat. So here's a bunch of javelin darts at Moat. 21? I think still misses.
Yeah.
Do
for
they all
sure.
have disadvantage because I'm next to them?
Aren't you like 10 feet up?
No, I'm level with the.
Oh, that's right. You popped your head up. They'd all miss anyway, but yeah, they would be. Boy, these are the cluster on the left is going to do half on Vasu, half on Moat. So first, 5 for Vasu. Oh, sorry, half of them are dead anyway, so 4 for Vasu. all miss, and 4 for both. That's okay. These guys are mostly here to be cute anyway. That brings us to Nordo.
Okay. Well, Nordo presumably leaves a massive fucking dent on the wall where he gets shoved into it.
Oh yeah.
Glowing of his shell kind of fades. Has to heave himself back up to his feet. Gets the axe out. Starts swinging
Basically,
recklessly. Wipes a little blood off his face. Hey.
God damn it. That is all it takes. One heaving fell blow, and the brawler drop.
Outstanding. The Bowser sparks start to glow on his shell once again. Or not sparks, but crystals. Alright. What's is it just the little guys left now?
It appears to be, at least in here.
Outstanding. I will just run over towards my good friend Moat. See if I can smash one more of these with one more attack.
Once the thing goes down, Nomad like raises the paintbrush and just kind of says into it, "I take ownership of that." Starting now. We just have to wait 1 minute, and I can paint all of these into a portrait.
32 destroys one of these.
Outstanding. That's my action. I think for my bonus action, go ahead and do a little second wind action. Actually, no, fuck that. I'll do that after the fight. I'll do flurry of blows.
I'm excited. We've collected some machines.
I have terrible news to tell you in about 6 seconds, but it's okay.
Are they all gonna
Uh-oh.
explode?
Self-destruct protocols.
23 wipes out another one. Another 23 wipes out another one.
Alright, cool. That's my action. My bonus action. I'll just stay right there. That's my turn.
Excellent. It's about 15 of these bastards left.
Yeah. Boy, I am really determined to throw away my resources doing something I don't think I'm going to be able to make happen.
That's what D&D is for, right?
It sure is. I'm going to step up right here. I'm going to, whatever I need to do, attempt to shove this swarm back onto the conveyor belt.
The whole swarm.
I'm not. It looks like some of them might already be on the conveyor belt. As much of the swarm as I can get on the conveyor belt, I'd like to try.
Yeah, I guess just give me an athletics check to see how much of a scooping shove you can do. 17's alright. It's okay. You're able to push 2 of them back. You kind of like shove the whole crowd, and 2 of them get pushed back into the conveyor belt and begin to drift over towards that thing. Although they do kind of just start like running against it.
Right. With my second attack, can I try to push more of the swarm onto there?
Absolutely. Oh boy. With the continued momentum, you kind of just like grab the closest 2 and use them as like bowling pins, and the entire swarm is kind of pushed back onto the belt, tripping over themselves. A few of them land prone.
Alright, here comes the resource wasting time. I'm gonna quicken a spell.
Uh-oh.
You said earlier when I connected, I couldn't force them to do anything that was against their protocol.
That seemed to be the case, yeah.
I'm going to attempt to command this little beam node or nodule to scrap.
God damn it. Alright, excellent. Sure, what's it need, wisdom save?
A 19 wisdom save.
Fuck, I think this thing is bad at wisdom. Let me check. Okay, it's very neutral at wisdom. God damn it. Alright. Excellent. It looks like this thing is beginning to heat up its lasers.
And then I'll just try to keep them on the conveyor belt.
All right.
I don't have any actions left, but I'll just stand there and body block.
Perfect. Alright, you can see that the nodule there, kind of like, for a moment it kind of flickers and you can hear this like camera flash light up, or warm up bulb noise. And then it looks down at all these things on the belt. Vasu.
How big are these mono drones?
Small, like a basketball each.
Perfect. I'm gonna wheel around right here. And I'm just gonna cast Gust.
Oh shit.
Push him on this belt. Let's go.
Oh boy. Alright, I need it's a strength saving throw, right?
1 sec.
Normally I think this would only target one. Because I've been letting Mo do it, I'm gonna let you get like 2 or 3.
Oh, no, even without that, evolving cantrips at 17th level, this spell can affect all creatures and objects within a 10-foot cube simultaneously.
Fuck me, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay. Shit. I love evolving can. God damn it.
Yeah.
So the ones in the back, there's 5 of them left. The 3 in the back just tumble over the edge. They don't even get a save. I'm going to give the last 2 a save to try to cling on.
I can push them up to 10 feet if it...
Oh yeah, no, they go flying over the railing. They slam into the railing. The gust continues to blow, and they just topple over and begin to collide. Here's the important question. They do have a fly speed. Does this knock them prone, or is it only a pushback?
I think it just...
I think it's just a
Let me look
knockback.
up the spell itself. I think it just pushes them back.
Yeah, I'll double check too.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about knocking him prone.
Alright, excellent. They are all hovering precariously over that, and they don't appear to have, like, magical flying or a hover, so, you know, they're 1 prone away from dropping into the trap.
One, you say?
Just 1. Alright.
Well, now I have to. I'm gonna bonus action flurry. Actually, no, I don't have to flurry. I can just do 1 unarmed strike. So we'll do this.
Oh, shit.
Tee.
This lashing flame kind of rips out. Also, it can even catch 2 of them. They are flung against the back wall, slam in, and then drop and immediately get crushed and devoured by the trap. Talons
Cool.
for another one. There are only 2 of these boys left.
Oh no, that was just the actual damage for it. If it mattered
Oh,
at
gotcha.
all.
Gotcha.
That's me.
Alright, excellent. Bottom of the round, security happens. Good luck. Let's see.
Scrap.
Yeah, every single one of these needs a dex save. Can they even make this? This is DC.
Oh hey, it says pushed back 10 feet and to be knocked prone. Can I try to push some of them onto the conveyor belt with that? But they're still
Sure.
hovering.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll say, yeah, let me just, here we go. Give me a spellcasting check, I guess, to see how many you can get all at once. Normally it's just 1, but these are kind of acting like a swarm. Oh, yeah. You're able to get all of the remaining ones onto here as well.
Yes.
So we need 13 dex saves. They need a d20, or they need a nat 20 to save. 3 for 5, 1 for 5.
He's alive.
One of them is able to dodge the laser. The other ones are all caught up in this, and they are all already made of metal. So they suffer at the least 33 points of radiant damage and
Oh
are
my God.
immediately dissolved and destroyed.
I think we should keep the one that lived.
There is one in there, terrified but extremely nimble, who has dodged and danced his way through all of these lasers, and is now the sole survivor.
The chosen one.
The chosen one. That brings us to Ace. Who shows no mercy.
No mercy.
No, he was so brave.
-5 for +10. It's a 19. 19 would be the hit if he survives. Maybe he is chosen.
No, he is obliterated. The arrow
Happy
flies in,
birthday.
right in the middle of his kind of sensor lens, and he just falls flat with a thunk. And
Do we need to kill the beam nodule too?
that's up to you guys. Nothing enters this room for the next 5 or 6 seconds, and it doesn't seem like the beam nodule can like target you in here at least.
Am I close enough to the chosen one to try and scoop him off like I scooped that arm off?
Sure, give me a dexterity save.
I'll take the arm if I have to, but I'd rather chosen one. Not meant to be.
Yeah, not meant to be. And as if to reinforce that it wasn't meant to be.
Wait, don't you get a plus a D4?
Do I? Does that work?
I don't know.
Check?
Norder was saying people had D4s. I wasn't sure who that was.
Yeah, everyone's got a D4. I guess it would be everybody besides, like, we're missing someone. Flick. Flick's not here, so everybody has Flick.
I mean, it just wasn't meant to be.
With the 15, you're able to grab it for a moment. But unfortunately, and this does happen to the other one that you already grabbed too after a few seconds, I hate to disappoint you twice in one battle.
No, if his arm looks like it's going to come off, I let go. He's going out whole.
You do find that shortly after each one of these things dies, it begins to kind of dissolve into a fine gray powder, including the arm that you had already grabbed. Because for some reason, monodrones also have disintegration.
It's fine. I'll just mix it in with my bottom of the ocean floor sand.
With that said, as everything except for the dragon's corpse begins to dissolve, there's nothing but the sound of the blaring alarm, and the whirring of machinery, and the occasional thunk of the giant turtle as it does something. It feels like it's moving somewhere. It's hard to say why or where. But you guys are left to do your business.
Sweet Jesus! I take out the cloth of beating, which is just the cloth I use to cover things when I eat.
I burst into the room, shoot the dragon twice, and I say, "What did I miss? I'm sorry I had the squirts."
Welcome.
Oh,
back.
you got him! Look, the dragon's dead. You did it.
We
Good
saw,
shot,
you,
pal.
You had the squirts right in the middle of the room. We know what happened.
I go over and I eat the dragon.
I think you might be racing against Nomad for that.
You come join me. I need the brain. I haven't eaten all week. It's my
I don't give-
breakfast.
I don't give two shits about the brain. You can have as much brain as you want.
Okay,
And
cool.
I just carve myself off a big hunk of dragon steak,
I'm gonna
and
look
I
for a-
throw it to Mordo. I didn't eat it the last time, but damn it, man! This time,
Alright. Do you just eat it raw?
yeah, let's do it.
Alright. Well, you've got a necklace, so nothing bad happens. But
Sure doesn't.
feel free to, for the time being, add
Do
that
I
to-
feel like worse stuff would happen?
You can add 8 stillborn meat to your list of poisons for when that necklace eventually comes off.
How much can Gale eat? How much body weight can Gale consume?
It tastes grainy and stringy and not super appetizing. And it also, has Gale ever eaten dragon meat before, or is this a first?
Definitely not.
Okay. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. It has this kind of gray, tainted, awful look to it. You get the feeling, even without having eaten real dragon meat to compare it to, this thing seemed sickly. This just does not seem like great meat. So yeah, definitely add 8 stillborn meat to your list of poison.
It's real gritty.
Yeah. With that said, it does taste a little bit like superiority, and that is the finest flavor. Except for
That is
hunger.
true.
Nomad goes over and begins to consume the brain. There's cracking and crunching as the beak begins to just make its way through this thing like a coconut. While he's working on that, Ace,
We got
what's up?
3 questions.
Oh yeah, we'll get those here in just a second. Ace, what's up?
I'm gonna look for a way to silence the alarm.
Excellent. Give me an investigation check.
You know I want to so bad. That's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
34.
You begin to kind of just check out the area, and especially this back room, and you do find that there is. Why did Roll20 change? Okay. I don't know why this has been doing this lately, but here we go. You do find that at the back here, there is a control room with kind of a one-way mirror, and there is a series of controls. With a nat 20, you're able to understand. You also have Tinker's Tools proficiency, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you're able to kind of make very quick sense of all these things, even though everything is labeled in Celestial. There is one lever next to a flashing red light that appears to have been activated, and with a quick flick, you're able to deactivate it, and the siren stops blaring and the red lights stop flashing. And you're also able to see a grid of 6 switches, one of which has been flipped that kind of corresponds with door number 2 over here.
Also, for what it's worth, Nordo can read the Celestial through my eye from a distance and just tell me what it says.
Excellent, excellent.
I just start flipping all the switches.
All right, you flip all the switches. And
I'm just kidding. I'm just
okay. Back outside, Nomad, you begin to experience vision, echoes of this thing's memories and past. What would you like knowledge of?
Yeah, what knowledge would we like? What do we need?
I feel like we know what it was doing here.
Yeah,
like
we know it's
protecting what's in that room.
We didn't learn its name. I don't think that's very.
So what do we know here? We know this dragon was protecting what's in this room because what's in this room can be used to bypass the cellar door, right?
Yeah.
It's the chest.
Would you
You'll
like the
turn it
question-
off, essentially.
Yeah. Would you like the question to be like, where is the thing we're looking for?
I think we kind of know that it's in this room right here.
Yeah. No, it was in that room. Dragon said so.
Oh, that was the. No, I see. Right. Pretty sure that was a trick, little dragon.
I don't know, he seemed really sincere.
Is there anything else in this vault that would be of interest to us?
Could be a good question.
Do you go with it?
Sure. What else is in this vault, basically?
All right. You receive flashbacks of a memory of this dragon being accompanied by a couple of strange creatures. They kind of look like dragonborn, but more pronounced in their dragon-like features. Double checking the thing real quick. Out of character, you're familiar with an Abishai, and it kind of looks very much like that. It appears to be bipedal. It's kind of walking around. It's got these large wings that are folded behind its back, and there's 2 of them that, even compared to this dragon, are almost eye to eye with it, like 14 or 15 feet tall, dwarfed inside of this giant tortoise. And they enter this place. The 2 Abishai, a handful of small dragons and drake. A couple of kobold. It's a mix of different colors, but mostly greens and blacks. There is a red. Double checking. I think it's just green, black, and red. Yeah,
There's one for every chromatic, usually.
This particular
But
group,
these
though,
ones,
right. Right. This particular group, greens, blacks, and 1 red. And they are carrying 2 kind of swirling crystal spheres that have this kind of buzzing green energy about them. And you would note that there really is 1 decoy. But the decoy they put into room number 2. And you guys can see it there now that it's open. There is a little pedestal with a little green kind of crystal sphere on it. The real one is in number 3. And you can actually see in this memory there are other people that seem unrelated here who are being told that they need to get their stuff out of here, that they want this entire turtle for themselves. And there's an exchange of money and good and magic items, some of which are stuffed into a vault over in number 4 for safekeeping. Oh boy. Yeah, you would just get it. This is what the feature does. You would know that rooms 1 and 5 are empty. And number 6, they bring in this bizarre creature who looks kind of like the stillborn dragon with crystals sticking out of it. But it has been mutated beyond recognition. Its face is like distorted, its neck twisted at a horrible angle. There are teeth and spikes and claws growing out in weird places where they shouldn't be. The tongue kind of like slithers off at a weird angle. And you can see that there is just rampant necrosis on this thing. And it seems to be barely conscious, barely alive, but there is a point where it kind of like snaps to and it like tries to bite at one of the Abishai, who kind of like hits it and make sure that it's securely, tied down or whatever. And they put that in vault number 6, and then they close it in there.
That is fascinating.
So we should open vault number 6. Is what you're saying.
I relay everything.
I assume we can open up the vaults that aren't number 6.
Unless it's important to them. I wonder why they'd keep it here.
Maybe to protect the area in case people just start getting nosy.
Do I get the sense that like it's a protective measure?
This comes to you as kind of a memory, right?
It's this thing's memory, basically.
This thing would understand that it's being locked away because it is dangerous, but they don't want to just kill it. They might use it for research later, possibly.
Yeah. It would honestly be more merciful to just kill it.
Yeah, you would also be aware that, like, whatever it was, it must not need to eat or sleep or whatever, because otherwise it would die in that vault. It's been there a long time.
Nothing's a zombie.
Something like that.
Do I think it feels pain? Do I know, Mad?
Boy, fuck. I don't know. Give me a
medicine check?
I mean, you could
Arcana?
do medicine. Arcana, I think, is going to give you better results, yeah. For do zombies feel pain? Only in the sense that
like,
plants...
was it a zombie? Does it feel pain?
Only in the sense that plants do. Typically, when things are undead, they recognize pain well enough to avoid it, but it's not like they endure suffering.
Yeah, okay.
Unless they are significantly more intelligent. Vampires actually suffer, for instance.
Yeah. This one didn't seem that intelligent.
Yeah, this thing seems to be a step above a plant.
Yeah, I explained what I know about it. And I'm like, do you want to do anything about it? Gale, I saw you eat this dragon. That one was vastly more necrotic. If that's of any interest to you.
I wasn't trying to eat it because it was rotting. I was eating it because it had still stones in it.
Does Flick detect a lie?
No, he doesn't. Actually, he's genuinely being honest here.
Oh, then why didn't you just eat the still stones?
Don't get all snarky with me like it's not clear you're intentionally eating rotten meat.
Acting offended. I would never poison my own body.
Like I would just eat rotten meat for the sake of eating it. How dare you?
Look, I missed the beginning of the fight and the whole fight. I forgot that this thing was like rotting. I thought it was just like the other stillborn dragon.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
This one is shitty. Really shitty.
Yeah, and they both, I mean, you can tell that, like, this process has distorted them to some degree. Like, it does not look like it has been a totally healthy process.
Alright, I would have tried to find the, like, least gucked up part.
Yeah, just the still stones themselves and less the meat. Maybe.
Yeah, if you...
I don't know if the meat has any...
If you actually try to eat, like, some of the crunchy bits, like, if you try to eat some of the stillstone, it goes down.
Dude, obviously, I'm trying to get a little bit of everything. You need the texture in there.
The crunchy bit.
Right,
just trim the horns.
Yeah,
trim the horns.
Yeah, you gotta try to get everything in every bite.
Oh.
Well, you can't do the horns because the horns are brittle and then they'll, like, snap and they'll splinter and, like, pierce your insides.
Yeah, you can't give dogs chicken bones.
Right.
But these are dragons. Dragons don't have hollow bones. They fly with magic.
Dragons do have hollow bones.
Oh my goodness. I'm a dragon. I have hollow bones.
Hey, me too.
You're a bird. Of course you have hollow bones. You weigh 40 pounds.
You're a bird.
Why This bird being used as an insult here. Is it the thing to worry about?
I take offense.
To being a
I-
bird?
I've always been told I'm very big boned. Thank you very much.
It's got thick bones.
You're hollow too.
Dinosaurs have big bones.
I've heard hollow head before, but not bones.
I'm going to. I think a minute has passed since it takes a minute to eat a brain.
Yeah.
And these are in our possession for a minute, so I'm putting them in portraits. Except the dragon, unless Gale has picked it clean of what it needs. I don't think the dragon can be used very much. It's very, like, necrotized. Do I feel like there's anything to salvage from it at all? Its bones, maybe?
I mean, like, it still has scales and teeth and horns.
Okay.
Some of the scales don't look great, but there's still salvageable bits on them for sure.
We'll find bits. That's up to Gale how much he wants from this one. I tell him about the other one in number 6. That one might have more... Since they didn't want to kill it, it might have some special still stones on it.
Do you think if we shove it in the gears, you can turn it into hamburger?
Maybe? What's a hamburger?
That seems inhumane.
It's dead.
Also, real quick before we move on, you would know that all of the monodrones dissolve into this fine silvery powder when they die.
Oh, I was talking about the dragon.
Oh, the scrappers.
Even the scrappers, which are technically just monodrones with class levels.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
How dare you
I
do
know.
this to me?
I hate it. Like 3 times this fight, you've just gotten told, like, hard no monodrones. Ignore that.
But they're not monodrones.
They are.
They're scrappers.
They're monodrones with class levels.
They weren't labeled as monodrones. You lied to me. Like that fucking powder.
I think I made a check for this at some point, but it was like 2 years ago. Do I have any idea if still stones can be removed from somebody after they've been implanted? And do I know what the effects would be?
Boy, I mean...
I just yanked one out of that dragon's chest and threw it at a robot. Does that count?
Okay, you would definitely know your own experiences, but to see what else you would know, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Okay. You would know from your own experience that some of the things that they did to you, some of the experimentation that happened, was temporarily implanting one of these stones to see how you react, and then pulling it out. So at the very least, it's been done to you. The process was terrible. It was extremely painful. And you would know just based on the fact that these things are hunting you down and that you're so important to them. The fact that you survived it all is unique. And you think that it is not something that is typical. Most things die as soon as you insert them. Or at least are severely twisted and warped and harmed. Nothing that you're aware of has survived having them pulled back out except for you.
Cool. Should we go get the treasure from room 4 and then pull this button and leave?
Sounds good enough to me. I don't see any reason to putz around with whatever that weird monster nomad seen in that other room, unless y'all think there's a good reason to.
I don't see any at all. So this thing is like open for like grabbing, basically. I'll put it in the portrait if you want. Little doggy bag.
Are the components that these robots were made out of valuable for like arcane or for tinkering or anything?
They seem like they would be if they didn't dissolve to dust immediately.
Yeah, but is like the dust that dissolved it, I'm assuming is it dissolved the dust to be reused?
Give me either Arcana or Tinker's Tools. You could also, I could see a reach for religion, maybe. Oh, that's plenty.
I have expertise in Tinkersell, so.
As you were being taught some artificing, as Gale was explaining things to you and as Nomad was pulling information in, there are all sorts of legends about how Mechanus is kind of the mecca of engineering. How the things here are bizarre, how they work when they seem like they shouldn't be able to. They have details smaller than anyone's ever worked with before. And you would know that there have been several attempts that have been made to like pull out and reconstruct things that were taken from Mechanus, and nothing has been successful. And a lot of people theorize that it is kind of an intentional by design sort of thing, so that the powers of Mechanus are never misused by anyone outside of the engineers of Mechanus, and theoretically from the gods of Mechanus itself. So in other words, you think that this powder is not really any... you could use it as like a ferrous iron powder, potentially. But that is not like super valuable. You can get that all over the place.
Okay, so there's not like any rare metals here that we could like melt down later and used in something.
At least none that would survive the process of being melted down and destroyed. It seems that almost everything here is designed to kind of dissolve away when it's destroyed.
All right, I guess I'm gonna start pulling levers.
All right. Which doors do you open?
Was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 3 and 4? The other ones we want. One's the treasure.
4.
One's 4. I'll pull number
It's
4.
3 and 4, and 2 has like, it's just traps, right? Or is it like actually treasure in there?
It's not trapped. It's just the decoy.
Yeah, but there's actual treasure in 2 as well because we saw a bunch of stuff in it, if I recall.
When I walked past it, did it look like it was illusionary?
No, it's not an illusion. You do go in there and you do see that there's some treasure in there as well. It's a lot less, but there is some gold and some like treasure chests and stuff like that too. So there's a little bit of currency in there.
Guess I'll open them up and then I will investigate the rooms to see what we can find in there.
All right, excellent. Let me get a D20 from somebody and 3 D100 from 3 other people.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Woo!
You said a D20 from someone?
Yep.
It's a luck roll?
Yes.
I'll do it. I'm sorry if this is bad, guys.
Don't fuck. I
Oh my god, guys, calm down.
good shit.
How many baby Tarasks did we find that we can adopt?
700 baby Tarasks.
Oh my god. Nordo, you're a father.
I'm a father 700 times over.
Are you gonna name them all Nordo too?
Nordo 3, because he's Nordo 2. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1 Leah.
I don't see one with a bow on it.
You're not looking hard enough. It's right there.
Oh, you're right. The lipstick really gives it away.
Alright, scrounging through rooms 2 and 4 for magical items and gold and valuables, you find a grand total of 914 gold and 3 magical things: a lantern of revealing, an oil of etherealness, and a potion of speed.
I'm gonna mark those potions down in the party potions. Unless anybody in particular wants to take them.
And 914 GP. lantern reveals illusions, right?
Yeah, I can point them out, and then everyone can see them if we light the lamp. I think it's invisible things and objects and creatures.
Yeah.
I don't think it's illusions. I think it's just
Just
invisible.
invisible.
Correct, yeah. You guys had one of those things, and yeah, you did. Jerry had one of these.
Yeah.
Is this one Jerry's? Does it have his name on it?
It does not seem to.
He would definitely label it if it was his though.
Does someone want to take the lantern, or we just want to put it in party loot?
It's better than party loot since we can just like yank it out time.
Alright, after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of sorting through things, stuffing things away, getting some identification done, you do feel that the turtle kind of comes to a stop. For a couple minutes, there's just kind of stillness and quiet and the soft mechanical whir of things happening all around you throughout the rest of its body. And then eventually you feel it kind of like stoops down and leans forward, and from the hallway you can hear that the mouth begins to open again. It appears to be stopped.
I'm gonna go to the mouth and take a peek out, see what's out there.
Alright, you kind of poke your head out. Careful not to stick it far enough out that the lasers get to you.
Is this thing relying on dark vision to see me?
What a great question. Let me check. Doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay.
And you're able to see, as you poke your head out, just kind of a soft green glow. Kind of like you saw before when it was in that meadow just grazing. And sure enough, give me a perception check. You're able to tell, looking out. The thing is kind of stooped back down in the meadow, and you can see that it's got these two tendrils at the sides of its mouth that are reaching down and kind of scything down more of this vegetation, stuffing it back into the conveyor belt. And after a few seconds, you see it begins to whir past you and down into the chute, getting first turned into metal bits by these lasers, then chopped up into a fine scrap, and then kind of sent down the chute into its stomach area. It appears that this thing is no longer alarmed, it doesn't think that anything is wrong with it, and it has resumed grazing.
So the lasers too are like shooting it and breaking it up.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't here for it last week, but this thing kind of, it scythes down all of this weird synthetic plant matter, stuffs it onto the conveyor belt, the lasers turn it into pure metal, and then they chop it up into fine bits, and then those fine bits get sent down into the chute, where they are compressed, heated, and then sent down for smelting, and turned into little baby monodrones.
Oh, so it's making more babies that we killed.
It is.
Circle of life.
Totally natural, just like God made it.
Nature really is beautiful, isn't it?
This is what Toto looks like on the inside.
One day he's gonna poop out a little Toto.
Yeah, those pixies didn't stand a chance.
There might be a group of tiny adventurers having a grand battle inside of Toto right now. Nobody would ever know.
Next one shot.
Yep.
Yes, please. We all play as pixies, and it ends with us all getting shredded to bits by Toto's innards.
Well, first we got to do crime so that we can become. That way we can.
That's true. We should play as the pixies that Toto ended up eating.
Like a little pixie heist.
Pixie heist.
Perfect.
I love this idea.
So, what are we doing?
Well, behind one of them doors is something Gale needs to flip the switch he needs to flip or something. What's going to make it so we can get into Storm Cellar?
Yeah, I'll go in there and hit the switch.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
You do find another orb that superficially looks just like the decoy one. although you would know from the memory that it is the real one. And it seems to just be kind of sitting on a pedestal. There's nothing else around. Just a glass sphere with a bunch of magic swirling inside of it.
Yeah, I'll touch it.
Alright, you reach out and touch it. And you can tell that it definitely seems to react. You can see the little pools of light kind of gather near your fingertips. Kind of like those awesome things from the 80s. Whatever the fuck those are called. Storm balls or whatever. The fuck are those
Plasma
called?
balls?
Yeah, plasma balls. Plasma lamps.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I have one still.
You're such a 70s kid.
Shut up.
I think I have one of those somewhere, actually.
Alright, does it seem to be doing anything as I touch it?
Definitely reacting. Nothing. There's not like a beep. Congratulations, the store is now open. There's nothing like that,
Alright.
right? Like there's no visible sign that anything has changed.
Alright, I just start saying words. So
Does
like,
it look like
off.
it's doing anything, Gale?
cease, Belloc, friend. Turn off, you stupid fucking thing. To like smack it a couple times.
Fuck. No, none of that works. As much as I want it to.
Are you
Should we like have?
are you sure
Identify
it
it?
doesn't?
I'm very boy. No, I'm afraid it doesn't.
Are you really sure?
Fuck me, what is that?
No, I'll
you know what?
Nomad.
With,
Can you identify this?
with the 21 luck check, there's a point where you get really frustrated, and in Draconic you say, like, by the name of the king, I demand you turn off, or some shit very much like that. And when you do, the light fades.
Oh, I thought it was gonna explode.
Oh, hey.
You have just,
Hey, you did it.
Oh, cool. Can I say that again, but turn on?
you command it in the name of the king of Storm Cellar to turn on, and you see that the green light kind of comes back on and it begins reacting.
Okay, it wasn't just a fluke, and I'll turn it off again.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna say in the name of the king, turn on in Draconic and see if
Basu, you're gonna alert everybody if we do this like 3 times.
I just want to see if it's like just in Draconic or if it's working because like you are the king of Storm Cellar, and if it's got like voice recognition, that's hella cool.
For whatever it's worth, and you guys can take it however you want, when Vasu says it, nothing happens.
Oh, thank God.
What if I say it
I
in
could-
Gale's voice?
I could be king.
When Ace says
Well,
it in Gale's voice,
you're-
nothing happens.
Really? But he's my brother.
Long live the king, I guess.
Apparently,
Right.
gods don't think so.
Can I... Is this thing, like, movable?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about the size of like a softball.
Cool. Can I take it and turn it into a sword?
I mean,
I feel like this thing is like Excalibur. I've just been chosen. I need it to be my weapon now. So,
you think that would be very difficult.
well,
but you could try.
very
You're not
difficult's
gonna say-
never stopped me before, so I'll pick it up and I'll just shove it under my arm, and let's go, guys. We
Perfect.
got what we came for. Also, I guess, can I do an investigation check and see if I think that this thing only works because it's here? Is it one of those, like, it has to be stationary type things, or can it be moved?
Gotcha. Yeah, give me investigation or Arcana. Either one would work.
Do you want help?
Nah. I'm a genius.
At
I'm a
the
little dumb.
At the very least, between your investigation and Vasu's specialized, you're able to determine that there is nothing magical about the pedestal that it was on, and it still works just fine even when you try it out in the main room. So you think it's probably portable.
Cool. We'll take it with us then.
All right. Where do y'all go?
Are we done here then?
That's what we came here for. How we
Do we
get
want
back
to
out?
get some, like, to go to the souvenir shop or something?
Yeah, I
Just-
had
We
a,
already did that.
We did the souvenir shop. It was
Yeah.
miserable.
What?
It was.
What was I
miserable.
doing?
Speaking
Yeah.
of, like,
Aw.
we slept here, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
spent
we
the night
did.
in the
Yeah.
old city.
Oh, did I miss a rest?
Yeah,
Yes.
I had a question. Yeah, I had a question about like stuff I could have done since we were resting here. It was like, could I go find like a catalog of like machines
Maybe
or like
like
manufacturer stuff? Like, I have a damaged one of these laser bots, and I want to find a repair manual for it, for example.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You did have one of those things. You initially, and this is just the initial findings. You can react however you want. Initially, when you begin looking around, the answer that you get is that you must provide some sort of a clearance showing that you're an engineer who's qualified to work on vault maintenance stuff. They want to see your papers. They want to see all of your documents showing that you're actually approved to work on this sort of thing. You get the sense that, like everything else in Mechanist, there's a fuckload of red tape that you would need to get through.
And how do I get through this red tape?
If you would like to train to
I
become...
wish to apply.
You wish to apply. Excellent. They recommend several universities. University is a weird word for it because, you know, you're a fleshy organic being and not something from Mechanist. You would know that...
I wish to take the test right now.
Oh my goodness, how do I put this? How would this work? So
They're racist.
A little bit, but not quite like that. It's more like the things that work inside of these vaults are typically made and programmed to do the job. They don't typically like hire outsiders to do it. There's not like it's not a career process. It's a you were made to do this process. They would mention that you might be able to find a vault that is willing to like hire additional. I don't know. This is.
I don't wish to hire something from a vault. I currently have a machine of this in my possession and wish to repair it.
Right.
Surely you have a process for this.
They do. So they say, oh, if you've acquired some of our technology, we'll take it off of your hands before you leave with it. That's not supposed to leave this plane. Like that's kind of the response that they give you.
Do you have a reward for such a thing?
Give me Give me either luck or persuasion. Your choice.
I'll go luck.
With a note that persuasion is going to be very difficult.
I know. I'm gonna go luck because my persuasion is already difficult.
All right. Yeah.
It's a 0. Six.
Yes, the reward is not being fined, penalized, and imprisoned for stealing assets from Mechanus and taking them to the material plane.
This is a lawful society. There's no such thing as rewards. There's only punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a funny way of saying
It's
I
just
stole
like
it
religion.
when I came across it, and I haven't since I haven't taken it anywhere yet. I haven't really stolen it.
Right.
You are breaking the law by making an unlawful accusation. I pull up the fucking law book.
Correct. You have not stolen it yet. Your lawful
Yeah,
duty.
I have not.
Your
And I put it back on the table.
Yeah, your lawful duty is to hand it over so that we can take it.
Here you go.
Perfect.
It kind of puts the portrait.
Do you guys have any like models that you sell in the souvenir shop? That will put like glue together?
So you go over to the souvenir shop, which is like...
I'm asking this guy.
Oh.
I don't know who this is, but I'm asking whoever this guy is.
This person recommends that you go to the embassy if you are here on tourism business.
Oh yeah, there's an embassy that deals with our kind.
Oh, did we find this out last time?
Yeah. That's also
they
where
have-
we get food. It's the only place that sells food.
Yeah, and you would, because you were there, you would know that they have like a shitty little counter that has like toys isn't even the right word for it. It's like they found They found the 8 least boring things that they could find here and put them on a rack so that people can buy them if they want.
A sprocket.
Yeah, for real. It's like stuff that they were able to legally obtain somehow and give away, which is mostly just like cast iron replicas of things that you would find on Mechanist. You get the feeling that there's nothing really even special about them, like they could have been made anywhere else. It's just
So
like,
they can't sell any like intellectual properties. They can only sell like
yeah, kind of seems
things.
to be that case. Like there's a die-cast model of the city which could have been made anywhere. Die-cast isn't even the right word for it. I don't think die-casting was around. Well, it's Mechanist. They probably have it.
They definitely probably have. It's Mechanist, right?
Yeah.
If they don't have it, who does?
If they were a civilization, their culture would be bad.
Okay, die-casting was 1840. They definitely have it.
Pretty bad. As an anthropologist, this place is super interesting, but also like
Super boring. I want to know things. Tell me.
They won't though. They're like, here's no information. It's all patented.
Yeah. It's IP hell here.
Gross. This
Tried to tell you guys it was a
place is
nightmare.
no longer interesting.
Where do they get all the metal from? Does it keep growing? Do they grow metal here?
Might be an organic metal, but they do turn into like dust when they die. This weird silver dust. I don't think we're allowed to take it out.
I guess. What is the coolest of the weirdest objects that they'll let me buy?
Oh my god. Fuck.
I gotta buy something for my dad.
Sure. Give me a luck check.
Do they at least have a calculator?
Boy. They don't have anything with like moving parts. That's crazy. Here's what they do have. They have a handful of torque wrenches that have like the name of the city emblazoned on them. And that's
practical?
Like, yeah, it's practical. It's legal, I guess. You get the sense that Mechanist is not designed for tourism.
Does it feel like this wrench would be difficult for a kobold to use?
No, absolutely.
Is it
not.
heavy?
I mean, it's heavy in the sense that it's a tool, and heavy tools.
Can I can I pick it up? Is it like how like is it too heavy for like a bird with a strength of 7 to pick up?
No. It's nothing like that. Like it's it's the size of
Sorry,
a normal
5.
wrench.
Okay, I guess I'll buy 2. Do you guys do personalized engravings?
They might. I honestly couldn't tell you. The old Luxembourg woman at the counter tells you. Truth be told, I just sell these things. They've been sitting here for years, honey. I can't remember when they got in.
Is she also a robot?
No.
She's a Loxodon.
Yeah, at the embassy, there's this old Loxodon woman.
Her name's Edith.
Her name is Edith. And she was kind of flirting with Nomad when she found out that Nomad is a law nerd.
If you could call it flirting.
Did Nomad just diss on someone else's flirting game?
He's really
He has
awakened.
voices instead of being sassy now. You have to understand, when there was flirting going on, there were like a billion audible groans inside his head from all the people who were watching.
All the non-nerds.
All the non-nerds like, oh, why?
I guess I'll buy a wrench for me and my wrench for my dad. We have matching wrenches.
I gotta tell you, sweetheart, you're the first person who's bought anything here since I started working here.
You must be really bored then all the time.
Oh, it's delightful. You wouldn't believe it.
I don't. How much is this going to cost me?
Yeah, you know what? You just go ahead and take it.
Just take it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. If you bought it, I would. Well, okay, hang on. Listen.
No, the bylaw states you have to sell it.
If you buy it, there's going to be 3 forms, and if you take it, there's going to be 6 forms. And frankly, I've really got an itching to fill out that form. It's been a long time since I've had some excitement around here. So
Do you want me to pretend like I'm stealing it?
Oh, could you?
That...
Could you?
Yeah. Oh, look, a distraction, and I'm just gonna.
Oh no! Somebody's made off with 2 pieces of our merchandise. Somebody better fill out Form 672A.
Which is 6 pages of forms.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Is she like getting off on this? Is she like
She's
turned
like,
on by
yeah.
to the
paperwork?
table.
It's the driest orgasm.
It's not dry for her, apparently.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, no, she seems to be. You can see she's like, as she's saying it, she's reaching over and pulling open a drawer, and she pulls out this big stack of paper. She kind of like licks her finger and flips through a few of them until she gets to the right page. Like such
How
a shame.
sensually does she let your finger?
Wait, does she lick her finger, or does she have like one of those like finger things with like a sponge? Is she like really prepared for this?
Oh my god.
She's got the rubber finger.
Surely she'd have the
She's-
like
protector thing.
the thimble and the finger wetter thing.
She has one for her like trunk.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Little rubber
Does
tip
she-
for the trunk.
I'm just gonna let you get to your paperwork.
All right.
Have,
You have a nice
and
day. She puts
you
this
too.
tiny pair of like little spectacles over the bridge of her trunk. Kind of fastens
Wait,
them with a chain.
How do you want more paperwork?
Maybe.
Oh no! I drops a one piece of distant lands. You found drugs randomly in your store. You should report that. We'll do some paperwork over it.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Distant lands. Wow, that was how many sessions?
I was gonna say that's a,
Yeah.
A while.
that's a callback. That was Valdaland.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? She's getting probably more enjoyment than she would if she would have smoked this. Or you could just smoke it.
My wild days are behind me.
I don't know, those 12 pages of paperwork say different.
All right, you have 2 wrenches. Congratulations.
If only I had his tavern brawl, I could beat the shit out of people with these.
All
All right.
What are you guys doing?
Are we like leaving now?
Yeah, it had been the plan is meet back
how-
up with
How?
Nomad.
Yes.
Think we're ready to leave?
Right. I'll pull out the material plane fork that everyone so kindly created.
now we were
We worked really hard on it.
Yeah. With extra effort into it. 7 hours of a 1 hour work.
Uh-huh. It was a group effort.
This was made with friendship,
And dumb luck.
dumb luck, and everything in between. And where are we headed? Back to the tornado, would you say?
I don't think
go
you.
back to the ship. That'd be
I
great.
don't think. I don't think you can choose a mobile target. So I think it's probably safer to just head to fucking Unmirage.
On Mirage,
Just
right?
say we
Okay.
were gonna have them pick us up in Mirage. Then
Yeah, they were
find
gonna.
the Wandering Sun.
Yeah, and we can say hi to
Please.
do I know if Mirage had like a fucking anti-teleportation thing going on?
Not that
Probably
you're aware
did,
of.
'cause- Yeah.
You imagine that if you like tried to go straight into the vault, there might be problems,
Yeah.
but you know the city itself wasn't under a ward or anything.
Yeah, I'd pick like just on Mirage the city. It'll probably teleport us to like somewhere unoccupied, right? Oh yeah, did I manage to get this dragon carcass? I guess.
Yeah, if you stuck around for several hours, you could, like, skin some leather
have-
off of it, get some teeth.
No, I have a portrait. Like, just paint.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think you guys upgraded this so that the size limit is big enough for that.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you've got a stillborn dragon.
Can take half a gargantuan creature, which I think is huge.
It depends on how big gargantuan is. Gargantuan is
Yeah.
like a catch-all.
Oh, then like magically speaking, it should also be a catch-all. Because
Wh-
Diema, come on.
What?
No, that's not how DMO
That's-
works.
No.
Diema,
That's
if
like
gargantuan is a catch-all for various sizes that don't count, then so should half gargantuan.
Well,
That's all
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
That's
That's
like
only
saying
fair.
that's like saying half infinity is what I'm saying. Like Gargantuan
Yeah.
isn't a fixed size.
There are sizes if you look it up. There's in the same D&D world there is colossal.
In
They
5e,
just removed it.
in 5e
for some
it stops.
reason.
Yeah, in 5e it stops at Gargantuan.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. Like, how do we know if it's big as a mountain or as big as fucking the sky?
Because I tell you whether it's big as a mountain in the sky.
Then call it
Didn't
colossal.
To play devil's
Because it-
advocate, did they add Colossal back in with the new book?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did.
If they did, that would be a bit more helpful.
No, it wouldn't. It would still. There would still be a limit where then colossal is just the catch-all. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Then
change
makes
anything.
sense.
No, it doesn't.
Then
You're just
if you
adding
then
an
you go
extra.
to this other book because the biggest recorded D&D size is Macro 3.
The important thing is that
Sorry, Macro Plus.
this thing has an explicit limit. It says 20-foot cube. So
Okay, that's
good.
fair. It's not like
Yeah, it
big
doesn't.
size. It's
It
20
doesn't
cube, I
use
think,
the
for
word
this.
gargantuan anywhere in it.
Oh yeah, the biggest is Macro Plus, which is the size of solar systems. That's right. That's in the D&D Splat book.
Who keep your feathers?
Who measures that? And also, like, what's the standard solar system size?
Yeah, right.
It's because there are creatures, like the fucking Star Golem, I think it was, which is ridiculous. It deals damage to things in the number of hundreds of miles.
Yeah, but like,
And it's
what's the
thousands of
standard?
damage.
Like, is the world the planet's in the standard solar system size, or is it
I don't
not
even
the
know
same?
if D&D
God, I-
has
Anything as big as a
planets,
solar
to be
system
completely honest.
that only has a damage range of hundreds of miles, like that's like only being able to hit things on the surface of your skin.
Yeah. Yeah, so it basically engulfs the entire
Yeah.
solar system with its body and just destroys it.
Weird.
Is it-
Anyway, you're able to fit this thing into a 20-foot cube. Alright, and then you cast Plane Shift. And sure enough, you arrive safe and sound in a busy plaza, right next to a lively oasis.
Hold on, subtracting mana.
Okay,
Calculations make me confused.
sure.
Oh, it's 10. Okay. Mind this.
Also, I would have given you 5 more mana yesterday before
Oh,
arrest.
thank you. I'll add that. Oh, that basically paid for half the mana cost of Plane Shift.
I did my part.
It's like adding fare, paying half the fare for taxi.
We're going Dutch.
Is that what it means?
Going Dutch is splitting the bill,
Oh, why?
opposed to one person paying.
But why is it Dutch specifically?
I'll look it up.
I've heard of the Dutch oven. That's like a
That's
sex
not-
move or something.
That's different.
That's not the same thing.
Christ.
Is that not a sex move?
No.
No, not at all.
It's more like a practical joke.
Oh, so apparently it traces back to the 17th century when England and the Netherlands fought over constantly over trade routes and political boundaries.
Classic England.
And it just means to pay for your own expenses during a date. So this is not halvesies, it's more just like everyone...
As it should be.
Everyone should pay.
Alright everyone, divvy up your mana, give it to Nomad.
I ain't got no mana.
All of it.
Well then you can't come, you have to stay here.
Aww.
Have
Well,
fun
except
eating
for
fake
me.
grass.
When you arrive, there is the sound of bustling noise all around you. People doing business. Chickens clack.
We have chickens now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, were the chickens quacking?
clacking.
Clacking.
The chickens clack.
Look
or
at all
cluck?
those chickens.
The metal chickens.
No, you're in Unmirage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean clucking?
Clucking, it's the same thing.
But all
I've
of the
never heard of it.
all
as
of the
clacking.
chickens are wearing plate mail.
Yeah.
It's quite rambunctious
They
here, and they're all
really-
very hot.
They really moved up in the
But
world.
yeah, compared to the last time you were here, this place is alive. It's bustling. You can see that there are still a couple of camps set up to help people who have nowhere to go or are still recovering from everything that happened here. But you can see
Peasants.
that the Umraj Row Guard has kind of been done up. They're on patrol all over the place. They're helping people out. Several people do actually kind of realize as you bamf in, like, oh wait, it's them. They're the guys who helped the city. People kind of begin to point you out. A few of them, like bow and thank you. They nod their head. And as you look around, you can see that at the spire, kind of down to the southwest of the oasis, there are a handful of airships tethered, including yours. It appears that they have arrived a little bit before you. And they're, at the very least, they're here at the city.
Hey, remind me, because it's been a while. Is Mr. White still stuck under a bridge in this town?
They have put him
Yep.
into a dungeon at the very least. He's not in
Okay.
dragon form stuck under the bridge or anything.
But he is alive here still in this town.
Yeah, they are still keeping him alive here until they hear further orders from you.
Okay.
You feel like eating another dragon, Gale? You got your appetite up, big guy? This one's a little less gross, probably.
It might be wise we decide what we're going to do about that situation before we leave here. I mean, if we're just leaving them in jail, that's fine, but I think we decided on that mostly just because we couldn't quite decide what to do.
So
I know there was talk of trying to use him against our enemies, and we're fixing to go
yeah.
attack the Wandering Sun. Be a good time for a dragon if that's what we want to do.
I would be okay with that.
That said, I'd rather just put an axe in his head and take care of the slavers ourselves. I don't trust him far as I could.
Yeah. I think I'm in the
Just gonna
same
throw
boat.
real far.
The dragon would be helpful, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would stay good on his word if we make him some sort of plea bargain. And I don't blame him.
In particular, lies. So I don't trust him whatsoever.
He's very well at that. I don't either. I'd just as soon see him executed, so there ain't no risk of him breaking out of that cage he's in and wreaking havoc on this town.
Yeah.
Is it really okay for us to just kill anyone that's dangerous?
Of course not.
Not anybody that's dangerous, but maybe
So
big
vicious
fucking
criminals.
dragons would
Yeah, who did
enslave the whole
subjugate.
city.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There's a big difference between dangerous and evil. We're dangerous.
Yeah, we're dangerous, but he's
Mr.
like
White is
dangerous,
evil.
and he's dangerous and also like deliberately not a good person with the things that he does with his danger and his power.
What Vasu said. I'm looking for lips for you, don't worry.
Hear me out. I have an idea. It's a really bad
Why'd you-
idea.
Why'd you bring that up again?
Just a reminder.
Why do I need lips?
You wanted lips.
So you can kiss people, remember?
Oh yeah.
Now, hear me out. I have a horrible idea.
Okay.
What if we use the semblance of him to swap his body with a chicken?
That sounds cruel.
And then he'll
But-
be in a chicken, and then a chicken will be in his body.
But half the people in me are laughing right now.
I don't
I
know
could-
about that.
I could convince a chicken to do nearly anything.
I mean,
in my
look at him.
experience.
Imagine if he was just like. "Bark, bark, 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 bark."
That's
Okay,
a-
he was-
I do
Yeah,
like
but
that half
imagine
of
it.
it.
Dragon with a chicken brain. That's
Yeah,
a nightmare.
Have you
It
ever-
sounds
have
really
you,
funny.
you ever met a rooster? They're
I would
probably
also-
mean as a dragon.
Also,
Oh, what about a sloth?
Mordo, you would not be able to convince him once he was in a dragon body.
No, if we act fast. Maybe
No,
What if-
he's not a beast anymore. You can't
Yeah.
speak to him.
Yeah, man.
What
Does
if-
the soul of a beast remain a beast if it's in a dragon's body?
yeah, fuck.
And does that also mean that the soul of a dragon becomes a beast and he is no longer a dragon?
I don't
If
know.
we put a chicken soul in this body, can I talk
Okay,
to this
what if we
animals?
did something else, something that's really not like a sloth? Sloths are so lazy they don't do anything. He'd just be like the slowest dragon.
Give me an Arcana.
I still
check.
don't think that works because sloths have intent to do things. They
Yeah,
just
He'd
slow.
bark and do nothing. It's not gonna get. I mean, would he get smarter for being in a different body? He said Arcana.
No, but he'd get a lot stronger. So, like, if you wanted to eat bark way over there, and he's too stupid to not run over everything on his way to way over there.
You know what? I should have never brought it up. Let's just leave him in jail.
So we're all agreed that using the semblance engine to swap souls between bodies is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody
that's-
would ever consider that for anything.
I think it would be a good idea.
I think one of us should. It'd be a good prank though. Like, what if we swap bodies?
Well,
I feel like there are easier ways to do a Freaky Friday.
this is currently the only way.
Fuck me.
Hey Nomad, can you answer the question that I asked? What happens to the soul? I'm not making the Arcana check. I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, somebody
I'll-
give me an Arcana.
Do you want religion or arcana?
No, Arcana.
Okay.
Cool. Vasu, it would totally work. What could go wrong? Nomad, you get the impression that because polymorph specifically alters something's mental abilities and scores, and especially because it explicitly prohibits them from doing anything involving speech, you probably would not be able to use Speak with Beasts on it and command it, even if it did somehow still remain a beast, but it probably doesn't even count as a beast anymore. And for what it's worth, Ace as a ranger would know that when something polymorphs into a different form, like his humanoid sense no longer works. So, like, polymorphing typically does change type to the point that spells and magic won't recognize it.
But is this polymorphing if you're moving their soul to a different object?
Fuck. Okay, if you're... Oh my god, if you were to use the semblance engine specifically...
So like, if you took someone's soul out and you trapped it into a soul cage, are they a cage? Or are they still a soul?
God damn it, hang on.
Yeah,
Let
hold
me
on.
go...
No, man, it's like
Like,
wait,
for
wait,
instance,
wait.
if you took...
There are many people typing right now
So-
in my head.
Yeah, so for instance, if you were to take a chicken soul, exactly, and put it into a dragon, maybe the chicken was heavily poisoned for some reason.
Heavily poisoned.
Alright, let's see. We were taking
And you
a long
poisoned the
minute-
chicken.
Look, man, I'm not asking any of these questions. I'm just blindly trusting myself. The ones who are trying to poke holes in my idea.
I just want to.
I just want to put a chicken in this dragon.
Um,
This
Yeah.
has nothing to do with Kale.
I just want him
we
to
don't
go
have
and see his children again.
You can do that without them.
No, I can't let Mr. White see his children again without Mr. White.
We'll just kill Miss White. Mrs. White.
And then
God.
leave a bunch of orphan dragons.
Oh,
Good.
she might be happier with a chicken husband. He'd be so much more obedient.
We return Mr. White to his family, but with a
He's-
chicken soul.
It's gonna eat all those eggs.
Wait, so now is the plan to put a chicken soul in Mr. White and return the chicken soul Mr. White to his wife?
Yeah, and then we keep
Correct.
the Mr. White in the
We
chicken,
keep Mr. White in the chicken.
and then we give him to Colonel Sanders, who turns him into a
Why not
virgin.
return Mr. White chicken to his family so he can be a
So-
father?
Here's the thing. Your faculties are limited severely by your physical brain. I don't know if a chicken's body can hold the soul of a dragon
Oh, birds are
properly
smart.
without severely destroying.
Mm,
They routinely fly into glass plates.
Yeah,
I don't-
no,
I don't-
Okay.
chickens. You can literally draw a circle in the dirt and put their face in it, and they will think it's a worm, and they will wait and just stare at it until it moves. And it
Okay,
becomes a circle.
I need to circle back to flying into glass doesn't make them dumb. It makes them hard of seeing. And because glass isn't
That's
something that should
pretty dumb.
naturally occur.
Glass is also
feel
really
like-
hard. It's like when it's really clean, it's like hard to see sometimes. Huh?
Right. Also, human beings
Are you
run
telling-
into glass all the time. Like,
We've
Judging.
had glass for a very long time. I feel like things should have evolved to see it by now.
I've never run into glass while flying, Bossy. I've got that over you. That's fine.
Well, good for you.
Birds are supposed to have really good eyesight. Why do they keep running into glass?
So,
I've got great
Actually-
eyes.
This
It's
brings
not
up another
even
question.
clean.
We're all, Nomads especially, has a whole bunch of souls in him.
Sure.
Are those souls now illithids?
Okay. Oh my god.
I guess they're not controlling the body, but if he just like handed over the wheel,
You understand how Nomad is currently working? He is making people vote inside him to do things, and they are choosing to do good.
If you want to find out, you're gonna have to put a chicken into a dragon's body.
I want to. I mean, like I want to, but I know better.
With a 35 in Arcana, Nomad gets the feeling that speak with animals will no longer work.
Well, the dragon
Specifically, yeah, because we're not. I think Nomad's answer would be because speak with animals, targets a physical body and not the soul itself. It would not work.
Well, look, hear me out then. Even without speak with animals, I mean, you could, if you put a dumb fucking chicken into Mr. White and create basically just a savage beast of destruction.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just point it at the wandering sun.
But that also begs the
So-
question: are memories stored in the brain or in the soul?
So we bring
the
Mr.
chicken-
White into the boat in his shark form. We bring a fucking chicken. When we get close to the wandering sun, we swap them and we let Mr. White go.
That's,
What if we put
a
a
chicken
loyal?
isn't going to be hostile to a ship, though.
What if
Well,
we
then
chose a
use
loyal
goose.
ally?
You're missing
Wait.
the point.
What if we chose like a loyal ally, like a loyal
Thank-
animal?
Wandering
Thank you,
sun.
Ace. I'll swap bodies with the White temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you
We'll
think I
go-
do it after that?
Sure, knock yourself out. But we'll go fight the Wandering Sun. They'll come back, switch back, and then we're
Little
good.
test drive,
And then it'll
you
be my
say.
turn.
And then Ace can have a turn.
Okay.
I want to fly.
Wait, we have a body swapping machine now? What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
semblance
we went
engine.
down into the.
That's what that
water
does?
for.
Yeah.
Oh.
takes-
You know what?
Well, specifically,
good-
it extracts
Sorry, go ahead.
souls. It can just one of the functions of that is that it can move a soul from one vessel to another, which means it can swap bodies.
I'm not sure I
But-
like that, but also.
Does that mean Mr. White's soul will be in your body?
Yeah,
Should
So we
be-
need to keep Gale's body stuck in a box of lead or something.
But that also
Uh,
brings up
not-
the question: are memories stored in the brain or in the soul?
Give
If you
me-
swap bodies with Mr. White, would you have all of his memories?
I think you're overthinking this.
Give me Arcana or Religion.
I'm with Gale.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna go.
I can do religion.
I don't know, man. 23.
Here's the wonderful thing about my body is that we can just keep it in a fucking prison. I'm not like you guys. I'm not all that strong on my own. I need items and weapons to function.
Are we like take your leg or something?
Just
Yeah.
take the leg.
We just
Sounds awful.
I mean, he can have the leg too. It's not like walking around is gonna be a big deal. We just
I think you're
Still-
selling yourself pretty short here.
disarm my stuff.
Well, let's think about it. Gale without his intelligence. Possibly. Without his items.
So this all kind of hinges on whether you keep the like creatures.
Yeah, because if
It's a
him and
stat,
Mr. White swap memories, or even now have access to both.
Yeah, so if you argue that being an artificer is purely mental, then
Though I think Fek is trying to
Mr.
tell us
White
the
would be
answers
an
to some
artificer
questions.
dragon.
Okay. With a 23 in Arcana and a 17 in Religion, based on your experience in Firebird's Roost and explicit information that we were told by Leon Kalyani, you've learned a few things about memory and souls and that sort of thing. The brain is like a hard drive. It stores all of those memories, and if that gets damaged, it's hard to acquire a new one. The brain does what it does. The brain works the way that it works in real life. When magic moves the soul of a creature into another body, it makes a copy of all those memories off the brain and carries them along temporarily into the new form. Like taking the contents of a hard drive, putting them onto a thumb drive, and plugging it into that new body temporarily. The old body still has a copy of those memories, but they are no longer indexed. It's just random bits that are still in the machine meat.
Okay, so it's like putting a Mac hard drive into a Windows PC. It can't
exactly.
read it, but it's still there.
Correct. In theory, with like good enough magic, for instance, Speak with Dead, could pull up some of those memories. You can retrieve some of the information that it knew in life, if you have the right magic to access it. But it is not indexed, it can't be read easily, and it's not like the new visitor just automatically learns everything that old body used to know. They would have to use some sort of a magic, and the most common type of magic is Speak with Dead. Granted, Speak with Dead only works on dead bodies, so you would probably need something a little bit more powerful to pull it off of a still
Like
living
detect
body.
thought, maybe? Or maybe even, what's that thing called? The one that lets you pull memories out of your brain.
Modified memory is probably going to be close to what you need, yeah.
There's a cantrip too, I think. I forget what it's called.
Encode thought. Encode thought still requires like an active consciousness. I would say that probably the lowest that you would need to get the imprinted memories of a body you're temporarily inhabiting would be modified memory. And even then, there's going to be like some spellcasting checks involved. So I want to be very careful not to set crazy precedent. But it's possible. Magic is strong. 5th level spell, you'd be able to get some information out of it.
Well, Mr. Quiet didn't seem all that clever. Townsley fought him just strong, so I don't think he'd be able to do all that digging to figure out what Gale's got in his brain while he's stuck in his body.
I don't think he'd have access to Gale's spells, for example.
Or, hear me out,
What
if we moved Gale to Mr. White, moved a chicken to Gale, and then moved Mr. White to the chicken?
See, now we're getting the chicken back in. That's what
Research
I like.
unlocked. Triangular trade.
Why using chicken? Just use a frog or something even less powerful.
We don't
Because
have real
frogs are
frog
slimy
here.
and they can
Yeah,
run
we
away.
don't want something
Chicken
that gets away. Chicken's
we can-
ideal.
Also, like,
Chickens are easier to capture than frogs. Is this true?
I mean, yeah, you just gotta hold their wings to their body, and they can't really do much.
Plus, the upside of that is if we end up needing to kill Mr. White, all we gotta do is just bring the chicken around by the neck, and it's just done.
and then we
Yeah,
can
but-
eat it.
And then we still have to put a chicken into the Mr. White's body, so maybe that's not a good idea.
Well, that's why we have the 3-part
Wait
step.
for each trade.
It's triangular trade from Civ 6.
I said all this as kind of a joke, but maybe we should
Consider it.
Like, I
talk-
started
talk-
we started this off as a joke, but now it's kind of like,
For
maybe we
what
should
it's
talk
worth.
to Elise about what the situation is here before we get too
Yeah.
much further into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let's
And
go find
for what
Elise.
it's
I
worth.
miss it.
Doing the swapping plan is good because we get to test the semblance engine in case things have gone wrong with it.
I think it's good because Gale gets to see if he likes being in a dragon body for no particular reason.
It would possibly provide an element of catharsis.
it might bring some like self-hatred though, because you really hate dragons.
Oh, it definitely will. But
Just don't.
you
put
know
yourself-
what?
Is there anything we need to know about
It's
your body that?
Not something that I would
Yeah.
be unaccustomed to.
So when we put Mr. White in your body, should we remove every magical item on it?
Everything except for this necklace.
How
That dragon meat was real gross, and I think that this might be the only thing that's.
Flick
let
can
me do
easily
that?
Cure that
Yeah,
I can.
with a single touch.
yeah,
Here
you
it
could.
comes. And we don't want
But
to take any chances.
I don't
here,
know.
Gale, with
I
Mr.
don't know
White.
it for sure, so we shouldn't waste resources on that.
Waste my resource that I get
You don't
every
know it
day
for sure?
that we've wasted several days already.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're in a city now with starving people. Don't you think that would be better to spend on them?
Yeah, there might be some real sick people.
As-
Don't know
Yeah.
if you can
As an
cure
angel.
starvation. Like,
Yeah, starvation's not exactly a condition.
we can make food. I'll make food.
I can do create food and water if you want the healing.
I do think it's for the best that if we're doing this plan, actually putting Mr. White into your body, we take away every possible tool. I know that you said we don't need to take the leg off or nothing, but
I mean, plus if he's in a body that's sick, it'll make it easier to control him. I mean, it's just a flu.
I don't think it's a good idea to.
As the only person that knows this plan, I can't believe you would say something so cruel.
How dare
But also, But also he says something untruthful in front of Flick.
Yeah, that is true.
Also true.
Yeah. So Flick, you know that Gale's been lying. That part is obvious to you. But now you know that Moat is in on it. So, or at least that Moat was
Ooh.
lying when he said that it's
Okay.
just a flu.
Gale's getting really stuck in this lie. Alright,
Oh, go.
Flick.
You two
We
come here
should-
for a second. Right
Yeah,
now,
we should go
please.
talk in my room before I get sick. Maybe you
Right.
can touch
Yeah,
me a
I'll have to
little.
come
Flick.
heal you in the other room, but I know you don't like being touched in public, so.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go into the room.
How suspicious is their behavior?
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes. Did you not hear what I just said? That's a yes.
I don't know. I think they're entitled to some privacy.
I was just told by Moat like 12 hours ago to watch out for Gale trying to do something shifty. And he
I
was
did
told
tell you
in
he was sick,
session
though.
and told in session 1 to not trust Flick because he's a tiefling.
And he's an angel now.
Wait. Who told you not to trust me?
Nobody told me anything. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going. Okay. You're going to go where? Ribbit?
We're going into the quiet room.
Okay. I will meet you over at Elisa's palace.
Okay.
We'll catch up. When you're done, please come.
I
meet
like secrets too, guys.
You can stay. You can stay.
There's no secrets. We're just. I don't like being touched in public, and Flick's gonna have to touch my body real long and hard.
They're taking a cool.
Telepathically, I'm gonna contact Ace and be like, I'll tell you later, don't worry.
6 seconds.
And telepathically, Gale's gonna say, "You better not."
That wasn't with the Rari's telepathy, that was with my telepathy. I forgot we have Rari's, but I meant the my telepathy, which I could do.
We have
immediately.
three flavors of telepathy.
We have so
Which
much
Nomad and
telepathy.
Rari.
Telepathy.
Ace runs off next to Nomad, just flapping his ears, going and pretending like he's a dragon, burning the ground beneath him.
Okay. I think
You're
he
going
said-
to be an excellent white dragon.
You think so?
Maybe I've never been a dragon.
I'm gonna be so big. I'm gonna be able to see
Alright.
things like over that building. No buildings will be too tall for me.
We're gonna see.
Or maybe that building. That building might be too big.
That one. Maybe.
Alright. Most of you start making your way over towards the palace. Flick and Gale head presumably to the ship, or at least somewhere out of sight.
Oh, Moat's coming with us too.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're both lying to me.
Excellent.
We're going to the
Just
crying
taking a
corner.
quick break to the penance palace.
Alright. You make your way back to the ship. And
Come
you do
on,
find,
Nordo, let's get stuff.
that a lot of your crew is already there. A few people have made leave to, restock and buy some things, including Solange, who was desperate to go see the city and to see the old temple.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're going to Unmarad?
So he
Could
is
I
pretty
trouble
awesome.
you in dragging an old
Oh,
snake
Nordo goes
along?
with them.
No, he didn't ask permission. He just throws himself off the ship if needed to go explore. He wants to go see if his old statue is still there.
Yeah.
But you guys make your way to the Sob Shack. It's very tight, especially because Flick is very large right now.
It's the
Right.
confession cube currently.
Okay, the confession cube.
There we go. Compression cube. So it's
Alright.
lying about.
Alright. Why did you have to take this form? Of all the forms you could have taken, why was it this one that can detect lies?
Well, because we were going against a bunch
I'm
of
s-
demons, and I
I'm
figured
so
that
good at
actually
lying.
good.
And the only way I was caught was because of this form, specifically. There was no other possible way that this could have gone wrong. Okay.
I told Nordo a little bit. Just a little bit.
Why would you do that?
Just a little bit.
I trusted you
I was running out of time.
to
Do you guys
do
want
what?
to tell me now? Because I still
Oh.
don't know what we're talking about.
Alright, sorry. I need to do a thing first. And while I'm start confessing my sins, I'm going to take out my weapon that I'm not currently using, my old +2 one. And I'm
Start
going to
loading the Flick and Moat bullets into it.
Right. Okay, well, time to make a big play here. But no, I start stripping it down, and I'm going to start converting it to another ring of mind shielding for Flick now, who needs to not have his mind read.
He already has one.
Right, he has one. Thank fucking god. Okay, never mind. I don't have to do that. I'm gonna do
Although,
it anyways.
Nordo needs it now.
I need one for Nordo. Great. So I'm gonna start converting that. Then I start explaining. Okay, so here's the thing. Ozymandias needs my body, or he needs a body to leave the weave, and he wants mine. So
So you're just gonna give it to him?
yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. We made a deal that if I do, I'll get Azadiris' body, and that it's real poetic, and I don't want to like just like he's a fuck, and he's obviously not going to do anything good with my body. So I have been poisoning myself over the last couple of weeks, so that when he takes my body, all we have to do is get this necklace off of him, and it'll kill him. But that also means that if I take this necklace off, I'll die.
Right. Shit. Well, that explains the not wanting to be healed thing. Are you sure it's a good idea? I mean...
100% positive.
Of course it's not
He's
a good
not
idea.
lying.
He hold up his end of the bargain. He could just take your body and not do shit.
No, I'm not stupid. I'll make sure that I get Ozymandias' body first, and then I'll swap his body to my, at the time, unconscious body.
That makes sense.
But in order for this to work, I need to make sure that Ozymandias can't read the minds of anybody that is aware of this plan. So I've had to keep a bunch of these rings for people that are in the know, which means that I'm running at like half capacity.
I told Nordor you were sick. He doesn't need a ring.
He needs a ring. I'm not using this anyways. Keep scraping out the stones and.
I mean, oops. Okay. Well, I won't tell Ace then. I told him I would, but...
Right, thank you.
Well, what could be a convincing lie for him? I'll think of something.
I think we're missing the point here. Why are we still lying about this? You have to know this is a bad idea.
Because if everybody knows, then Ozymandias might be able to read people's minds, or people will start blabbing about it, and then, while we're getting scryed on, he'll find out. But I've been very careful so far to make sure that only the people in this room are currently aware of it.
I mean, God forbid you have to live up to your potential. I don't, like, you treat yourself like you're this coward, weak little person who can't do anything and you want to trade your body out, and it's just not true. We were just in the plane and you commanded your city to be open because you're the king, Gale. You don't need some stupid fucking dragon body. I was trying to give you time to see it on your own, but I'm clearly running out of time. I was gonna have that angel cure all your poison right there. And she even offered to change her memory for a while, and I told her not to. Oh, did I whisper all this?
He looks very shocked.
Look, You came to me when you told me originally, you asked me, well, you said, oh, you know about destiny, blah, blah, blah. That angel looked at me dead in the eye and said that my whole order is probably corrupt, and maybe I don't know as much about destiny as I thought I did, but I know this isn't right. And I know that we're better together, and that balance is more about lifting each other up and not. Look, maybe I'm a shitty paladin, but I can't let you just run off and do this. I still took an oath, damn it.
I can't let you do it either, honestly. I mean, I get it, but sometimes the easiest way out isn't the right way to do it.
Can you guys roll something for me?
Oh,
I don't care what.
okay.
I don't care if you're lying or telling the truth. Damn it.
Hell yes.
I missed it. What is it?
35.
yeah.
Okay, I think he's got it covered.
Alright. You should do it too, just in case.
Okay, just
Just-
to fuck it up real bad.
Just for funsies, mostly.
Okay. Oh, angel stats. Shit, I don't remember what.
They should be good.
They probably have like a plus a million to persuasion specifically.
Probably. Let me double check real quick.
It's mostly intimidating.
Because I actually don't know if they.
That's hard, right? I don't know if they actually have it.
Yeah, it's just plus 5.
Just a +5? Okay, that's actually way worse than me, but.
Turned into an angel, become worse at talking to people.
Yep.
It's got that Dr. Manhattan thing going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just an unskilled charisma. Got it.
They look pretty good.
God. Gale looks around his shop and looks at all of the sharp, pointy things that he could animate. And he thinks about the bomb in his backpack and thinks about all kinds of different escape routes that he could take. Then he puts his tools down. And says, then what are we supposed to do?
I think a probably first good step is getting all that poison out of you.
I spent a lot of money on it.
An insane amount of money on this.
I don't want it to go to waste.
How much did you spend on the poison?
God, do you remember?
I don't off the top of my head, but it is easily in the hundreds of gold, maybe the thousands.
It was definitely in the thousands.
I have a 2,000 gold, and I never spend my money. Would it make you feel better if I helped pay for the poison?
No. It was a good plan, right?
Distracted.
It was a plan. No, it was.
He looks. That's the most devastated he's ever looked.
That mode of all people was like, it was a plan.
I thought it was a cool idea, but like I said,
I took 5 doses of Midnight Tears, a dose of Carrion Crawler Mucus, a dose of Malice, 3 doses of Pale Tincture, 2 doses of Purple Worm Poison, 3 doses of Torpor, Hook Snake Venom, that stillborn meat that I still feel like my stomach is still a little bit turning from. And then I tried to get some other things while we were down in the hellhole to like bite me and stuff, but I think I kept resisting it by accident. And that was really frustrating.
well, you have put a lot of work into this.
I did.
Very impressive.
And now you're telling me that I have to throw it all away.
I
Just
won't
saying,
cure
if-
you until we think of something better.
Okay.
I think if you put even half the energy you have put into literally poisoning yourself into finding a different solution, and maybe letting
It
a couple
was a-
people help you, it was a good plan. I'm somewhat of an expert on good plans. I'm not sure if you saw me push all of those tiny robots into the lasers, but I just, or that time I jumped onto the lava, that was less of a good plan, but it was good until the lava.
It just I don't like who I am physically anymore. I've always been weaker, and I don't know, I just wanted to be big for once.
I mean, you saw me do this. I'm literally bigger than I was before. I could do the same for you at some point.
No, it probably doesn't mean much, but I've seen you running around the Feywilds with a bomb and threatening to blow up a god. I've seen you try to Scooby-Doo ice trip a Tarrasque out the side of a mountain.
What's Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Both of you shut up. Look, you're probably the biggest person I've ever met, Gale.
That's true too.
He just turns around and gives Moat a big hug.
I hug him back.
They just reaches one hand out and awkwardly touches the massive planetar.
Pat on the head or something. I don't know how tall I am compared to you now.
Okay.
Hugging might not really work.
He cries.
A one-handed grip around the entire body.
Basically, I'm like a titan.
Norda's outside the door. Time to put old Yeller out to pasture.
I brought Donut and outside. They're not real, they're mine.
You mean those are the real ones, though, to me.
He didn't really. He wouldn't have eavesdropped.
Physically can't.
You can't. It's magical.
Right,
I made sure of that.
right.
Noda doesn't remember that. He wouldn't because he's a gentleman.
It's just like they're being
Norda-
very quiet in there.
Nordo actually brought Donut Nuts and he's been standing outside the door knocking for like 10 minutes. Not realizing you guys can't hear knocks in there.
I think this did come up with Leah at least once. I
It
think
did.
You know
This has
it's
come
nice.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
Do
There
they
was an
each know
alternate-
separately?
Nordo a few times has done the
Yeah.
crack the door a little and knock on the door jam thing with Gale, so he knows this trick. But he's not doing it right now, it's just being silly.
Right. So, what are we gonna do then?
Still a big fan of getting all that poison out of you.
Well, I don't want to do that until we have a new plan.
That's
Because
fair.
I think that poisoning Ozymandias seems like a real good option.
I can always
That's
change you back into Kobold Gale after you have the dragon body too, if you want.
I also don't think that this will fully kill me. Should things go terribly wrong?
I mean, we're pulling Ozzy out of the weave. Things are going to go terribly wrong.
Can I make some kind of divinatory intelligence check to see if I can connect the dots and figure out how and where this is most likely to go wrong?
Sure, you could give me like Arcana or Investigation, maybe Religion. What you do know is that during your experiences inside of the Weave, or this transitive plane that he seems to be stuck in, he has like ingrained himself into it somehow. He's kind of grafted himself into it, and that was the goal of the ritual, is to graft himself into it and become one with it. It is possible that at least around him there might be disturbances in magic when you try to pull him free of it. It's very possible that nearby magic could either backfire or be totally nullified. Depending on how deeply rooted he gets, this could be like a worldwide phenomenon. Or it could just be a localized thing. It kind of just depends on how deep he's gotten. It's really hard to say without knowing a little bit more about what he's been up to for 1,000 years.
Okay, but as far as the rest of my plan goes,
Gotcha. I mean, if he's in your body, if you were to successfully transfer him into your body somehow, he would just fucking die, and then his soul would be free, and he'd get sent back to the Crosswinds and chopped up into little bits or pulled into an Elbrat mine. It does seem reasonable to you, especially given everything that you have heard from all the people that you've talked to realize that Ozymandias is very smart, very magically smart, and a constant liar and manipulator. All of those things are things that you've heard from everyone. It seems reasonable to believe that he might just kind of have some tricks up his sleeve or some way of outsmarting. Or at least that he would... It seems likely that while you're over here poisoning your body, he's probably doing something similar for if he was to actually go through on the deal. He's a clever trickster.
well, fortunately, I have all of the power here. He needs me to activate the semblance engine, and I just need to make sure that I'm in Azadireth's body first, and that Azadireth is not poisoned. Because if he is, then I can't activate the semblance engine a second time, and then I win D&D.
At the very least, you're smart enough to know that he's a green dragon. Sorry, just kidding. That's Ozymandias, not Ozymandias.
Ozzy son or Ozzy daddy?
Aussie spirit.
Oh, okay.
The Daddy, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Gotcha.
I hate
What we
this
really
game.
need to do now is to figure out how to act like you're going through with this plan, then turn it on at the last minute. I feel.
Does this mean that Ace doesn't get to be a dragon too?
No, we're still doing the Mr. White challenge.
Okay, good, because it would break his
That's-
little heart. He wants to be big.
Turn you into a
Flick
dragon.
has
Oh.
I can also do.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. When
That's not
Ace
the
wants to be
same.
big, it's okay. But when I
I
try
told
to
you
do
I could
it,
do it for you.
You're doing it with a dangerous god. I'm trying to do it with Mr. White.
Yeah, Flick's bitch-ass true polymorph is going to turn you into like a horse-sized dragon. Fuck that. We want the Mr. White, huge
I'm still
gargantuan
firmly
dragon.
team. Let's not move any souls around. But you know,
Wait, hold on. If we swap souls with... Oh, I would... But my mom wouldn't come with me. That might be awkward.
alright.
I'm not here.
wait. Do you think we could extract all the souls in Nomad one at a time and put them into chickens?
I'm not here for this idea, but I love it.
I don't think that the souls would be too happy about that. Also,
Yeah,
half of
chicken
the
army.
point of the souls being in Nomad is to, create the connections and
Right,
stuff.
right, right. Sorry, I just got excited.
Aren't they also already dead ones? So would that just make a bunch of zombie chickens?
Oh my god, I'm even more excited.
I think the state of zombification requires the body to be dead, and it has less to do with the soul.
Maybe we should go ask those people in that town. You know, the one that we almost stopped at, but then we're like, oh, they're all undead, and then flew away.
That's a good point. We also do need to get their assistance to attack everything.
What does that even mean?
I think it just means attack everything.
Weren't we gonna
Let's attack everything.
like get their help to attack people?
I mean,
Some
could use
people.
as many allies as possible.
Yeah, weren't we gonna get them to like fight the outsiders? Because they're zombies, so
Oh,
they
right,
don't.
yeah.
It was like brain
So the brain was
eating
already
thing
mush,
versus
or mush.
brain eating thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were gonna do that. We should write that down before we forget, because I'm gonna forget.
Write that down. Zombies don't have brains.
Well, the good news about this all being out in the open now is that the 3 smartest people know.
Exactly.
Well, 4 if
True.
you count Nordo.
I was counting you, me, and Flick.
Does any of us have an int over 10?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so.
You've got the dream team on this, like, we need to come up with a better plan thing.
You're a smart angel now.
Oh yeah, what is my smart snap?
Pretty good.
As an angel, do you have like divination or a connection to God?
I think I actually can cast divination or something. 1 second.
So I need to double check. True polymorph, I think, like, explicitly prohibits spellcast. Let me double check. I might be wrong.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
You
think
become
so.
their class if they have a class.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't get
no,
my
it-
class spells.
I
I
might
just
be
get the
thinking-
ones that are in the thing.
It
Maybe this
prevents-
He does have commune, if so.
It prevents legendary actions and legendary
Yeah.
stuff, and you.
No legendary stuff.
I don't think you get your resources back. It's kind of like simulacrum, maybe.
Oh no, no! It says you cannot cast spells unless your new form is capable of it. So yeah, I must be thinking of shape change. But one
I
of them
think
has
that's
like
right.
No.
become the
Yeah.
standard type of this thing without any class levels or spell casting. I'll check that.
Yeah, but this. Yeah.
Yeah, I get commune every day, so we could try that.
Could you commune and see if God thinks that my plan would have worked, and if we should go through with it,
Okay.
just to make sure?
If it'll make you feel better, I'll ask. Yeah.
And then you should make it rain here, so because people are thirsty. What could go wrong?
Wait, what?
You can control weather.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can control weather. You're a
Oh,
flame
I
tar.
thought you meant through commune, and I'm like, since
No.
when does commune let you control the weather? Oh, because I get control weather. That makes more sense.
Yeah, you should give them rain and then turn it to hail, and then cast insect plague and just be the arbiter of the
Yeah.
plagues.
It'll be a
That'd
nice
be
like
kinda
like a nice
Be like the
flash
Prince of
blood.
Egypt.
Yeah. Make their fingers just a little bit longer first.
When the Pharaoh saw that his fingers were a little bit longer, he said, I do not care about this.
But when he saw his beloved son Horseboy. Ugh, Clickhole's so good.
Oh,
So-
Moses with the red lips.
So there's
Ooh. I know. I know. It's. I
Moses
know.
with
It's,
the tiny, tiny eyes.
I know it's barely
Small,
related,
small
but I
bag
do
of
love the
beans.
idea of Solange returning to Unmirage just to like go sightsee and shit, and then all of a sudden plagues.
He looks down and his fingers are a little bit longer. No!
He doesn't have fingers, does he?
He does.
He's what?
Okay.
What do you think he has?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know what race he
He
is.
just
I thought he was
he
a
doesn't
snake.
have arms.
I thought he was a snake, and I'm like, snakes don't have arms.
He's a
He's
Naga.
just. He's
The
a
Nagas have
naga with,
arms.
He's a naga with legs.
Where
Okay,
did the
so okay, yeah.
Nagas do? Wait,
Yeah, so to be clear, there are two kinds of Naga, and I know that this is incredibly terrible.
There's actually 4.
Yeah. So there's the monster, which is literally just a big snake with a human face, which is
Yeah.
gross.
There
It
are
should
4
never
monsters of the
Yeah.
Naga type.
But then there is the like humanoid species, which is just anthrosnake people. Sneeple.
but where
from
do their
Amonkhet.
shoulders come from? They don't have any.
From Amonkhet, mind you.
I'm just like, where do the shoulders go? Do you just add it in the middle of the really long neck?
Nordo, what the fuck is that?
That's
That's a
is-
Naga.
That's literally
a
the like
monster Naga.
PHP Naga. That's what I'm saying.
Guardian, yeah, the Guardian Naga.
And this did come up in C1 when you were playing Solange. There are rumors that the Naga species were like derived from these things by some divine curse
Okay.
or some shit. And it's like considered like really defamatory to compare the two. But I don't know. That
I
was a
just
long
didn't
time ago.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you were saying Naga, I'm like, oh, okay. I thought it was that, and I was very
No, it's
concerned.
the plane shift one. I'll go find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I
And-
know what you're talking about, but I didn't
And
know
and
that's what
I
Naga
think
looked like.
I even whined about it to the point where I got legs on Solange too.
Yeah.
So he's just an anthro snake.
He's just
not even a real
just
Naga.
Right. He's just a Sneeble.
I just assumed he was a dragonborn the entire time.
No, he's a snake. He's got the real long tail and like probably the cobra hood.
Anyway, cutting away for a moment to the rest of the group. You guys do kind of make your way over towards the castle to try to find Elise. And you do find while you're there are a handful of the kobolds and Kuatoa that have been roped into joining Solange because nobody else could be bothered to come along with them.
I did type out that Vasa goes with him.
Oh, Vasa will go with them. Excellent. And you do find when you get there, he's just standing in front of the statue of himself. Way, way, way back, one of the very earliest ones by the entrance. And really just admiring that craftsmanship, you know? He's relishing in it.
I like go real long around him. I don't want to hear him talk about it.
Oh yeah, and he is talking the ears off of anyone who will listen to him.
For a moment, Nomad stays to listen, then realizes Ace is
Nomad,
deaf,
we
so
can't
he
do
goes,
this.
Oh, you can't. Oh, I'll go.
I
with
mean,
you.
we could, but like, all the voices in you must be screaming at this point.
They are actually quite bored. I am fascinated because I'm an anthropologist and he knows the history of this place.
Vasu's there partially just to humor Solange and make sure he doesn't run off and get himself into trouble. But he's actually pretty interested in this too.
Yeah. As an anthropologist,
Is it all fake shit? It's all made up?
It's not so much that you think it's fake shit, as much as he's clearly not. Like, he'll tell two different versions of the same story, like 10 minutes apart. He clearly is, like, forgetting some things here and there. But there are some things he says that are actually very interesting and could be true. He does have to seem some, like, meaningful insights into some of the stuff that he sees in the palace. He's able to talk about his construction, and he, like, apparently knows the guy who sculpted these things, and, you know, he seems to remember this place fondly.
Is he the founder of this place?
He founded this city in the image of an old city where he grew up called Unmirage. This is his new Unmirage.
Okay, this is like New York.
Kind of, yeah.
You see, he did a really good job, but nobody ever quite got the tail right. You see, they always made it too short. Maybe, I get that. Maybe, marble is expensive.
I leave.
Alright, you guys make your way in.
Oh, wait, where are you going? I was just going to start talking about how much of a good job he did making the fabric look like real folds. I mean, look at this part on my cape here.
It seems when he stops talking about the architecture, more about just the statues themselves, no one's like, okay, I'm taking all the information I need. And I'm like, Ace, could you drive me? I want to
No,
see
you
how
see,
drive.
it's very not known,
Explore
but this statue was one I commissioned from Jesus Christ himself in his very unknown and short-lived days of sculpting. He always told me he liked it, but he didn't
Jesus,
quite
no,
find
no.
the passion that
Again.
he had in
Second
paint.
character who's
Holy
amazing.
shit!
That is the second
Why?
crazy stat line you've rolled today.
Damn.
Do I keep rolling these stats on fucking NPCs?
It's fucking tough stats right there. Tougher. Actually, that's even better than that. Those are tough stats.
These are better than the stats I rolled earlier, which were
Again,
the best
nothing
stats I've
below
ever
a 10.
seen.
Alright. You guys are eventually able to make your way through the doors. And you can see that there is a small gathering of guards, as well as an advisor. The advisor recognizes all of you. Says, oh,
We look ridiculous, by the way.
Don't
I'm riding
you know
on.
who I am?
You're in the statue.
the guards, if Solange tries to come in too, the guards do kind of put up their hands and says, we're still trying to verify your identity, sir. If you could wait outside.
Take a blood test, you peasant! I still bleed!
Yes, and if that's the truth, we'll be with you in a moment, but you need to wait outside,
I
sir.
don't think that's correct. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, we look weird because Nomad is riding on the forklift with Ace. He's like, show me how you drive it.
Excellent. You guys make your way in on the forklift.
It's like Leela, like Leela driving around. What's the little monkey guy?
Yeah.
The alien name. It's like that.
Stitch.
No. From Futurama.
Oh, Leela.
Leela, yeah.
Oh, and Nibbler.
Nibbler, yeah. It's like when they're
Yeah.
like cramped in a little spaceship.
I was gonna say, how do you remember Lilo and not Stitch?
Right.
I said Leela.
I thought you said Lilo. I heard Lilo. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You weren't the only person who heard it. So you pull all these levers and you push these buttons, and he just starts pushing levers and pulling buttons, crazy like.
Eventually, the advisor is like, "Are you here to see the queen? I can go fetch her if you would like an audience."
Sure, we'll wait.
All right. She, after a few minutes, kinda comes back.
Just minor thing, but Nordo for sure brings her favorite, the like fried pita and honey for her.
Hell yes. God, that sounds so fucking good. After a few minutes, she comes back down and kind of motions for you to follow her. You make your way up the stairs. You can see that there are some renovations being made to the place, some cleanup from the big attack. But eventually you're brought up to these large chambers with a glorious kind of window that looks out over the city. Probably some illusion going on because you know there are no actual visible windows on the outside. And you can see that Elise is there with a few of her attendants nearby in just this large chamber. And she looks delighted to see all of you, and especially delighted when she sees what you've brought Nordo. But also, I'll be right back just a second.
Okay, guys, let's loot.
Just the kingdom?
This is a stick up.
Yeah. Oh, you're back so soon. Oh my goodness, it feels like forever since I've seen you. But
I want to see the queen.
We seem to have brought the founder of your kingdom here.
Wait, yeah, you brought him.
Solange. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yes, kinda.
Solange Cressida.
Don't
I
you
don't
know who I am? Let me past. I demand to see who you have running this kingdom, and if they're up
I
to snuff.
do not know why they froze him in carbonite like they did. He does not seem well.
no, he doesn't. To be fair, or frank, I was very close to having him kicked out of the city. But if he is with you, then I'll try to get an audience with him when I have the energy for it.
That's fair.
Oh, delightful.
Things have changed.
You should just tell him that this is the queen and I pull up the chicken.
Do you think he would run the city in my stead, maybe?
Uh,
I shouldn't say that.
Yes, but I don't know
He
how
would.
well he would do it.
He would. Please do not let him run this city.
No,
I
I
beg
Things
you.
have been that bad, huh?
No, they've been wonderful actually, but I got a taste of wandering, and I don't know if I can stay here forever. But at the very least, I'd like to get this place up and
Did
running.
somebody mention a potential position of power?
I mean, what if
Also, did Elise's common get better?
She's been practicing.
I assume right now, I'm trying to remember. Is everyone here? No, yeah, Nomad's here. This is all telepathic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, what have you all been doing? Are you okay? Where is everybody all right?
Would you like the short version or the long, detailed version?
I'm in no hurry, and the longer we take, the longer I can put off meeting up with that guy.
I pull out my newsletters.
Yeah. Yours Ace's
Give her the
newsletter.
lowdown.
Hell yeah.
Just
You guys are able to spend a good long time kind of catching up with Lily, keeping her informed on what you've discovered, telling her about some of the adventures you've had. She's happy to hear that everyone's all right. She's very glad, especially to hear that Ace is doing okay after his near-death encounter. Well, his actual death encounter. And she is also relieved when you explain to her what's going on with the weird rifts all over, because, you know, there's sparkly
Yeah,
little
don't
portals
touch
happening everywhere. But yeah, you're able to get caught up. She mentions that if you need to stay here, you're welcome as long as you need. That there are available rooms in the palace and some of those magical doorways if you need any. They've kind of sorted out who's still around and needs theirs, and which ones are empty. And she is actually apparently supposed to pick kind of a small family of nobles to inhabit the place, and she's deciding how she wants to do that. She assumed if it's something that interests any of you, you don't even have to stay here. I just have to have, a list of people close to me so that they're not going to waste. You can design it however you want, just like the mirror. But we can deal with that later. I know you still have a lot left to do before you settle in.
Not really. we have a discussion about Mr. White, I suppose.
Yes. So he has been detained. I have several court mages in there at all times, keeping an eye on him. He hasn't tried anything funny yet.
Trouble?
No, he seems, he's grumpy. Who wouldn't be? But he hasn't, attempted anything silly.
It's funny that you mentioned silly.
What's that?
I'm just joking.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Is it involve chickens? Oh my god.
Do you bring anything up about wanting to do anything weird with Mr. White, or are you just kind of making sure that he's still there?
For now, making sure he's still there. I'm not the plan guy, or the talking guy. I'm just the
Nomad
chicken
hasn't
guy.
brought up any of the chicken plans. He's just like
All the
waiting for
charisma characters are
everyone to-
crying on the ship right now.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
Nordo's like, I feel like we can level with you, Elise. This is just a half-formed idea right now. Nothing we're really thinking too hard about. But we was thinking,
It brings joy to my friends.
we found this machine. I guess Ace just told her about this. Okay. That machine Ace told you about.
Wait,
can
Nordo,
move
are you here or on the
souls
ship?
Between body. Oh, he's on the ship. I'm sorry. I'm not even here.
Oh, yeah.
Carry on.
I
I forgot.
forgot.
about that.
I thought
Two
you were gonna-
Nordos. Suspicious.
It's fine. Oh, Elise, yeah, I'm working on something. I don't know how possible it'll be just yet to let you leave this place, but rule as well.
Once things are more stable, I should be able to take leave occasionally, or even just leave a double behind while I sneak out.
Exactly. A double, which is a little difficult. But yeah, Nordo can speak to Raris if he wants.
That's true. And honestly, Nordo would have checked in the ship, said hi to Cal and Leah, and then wanted to go say hi to Elise too. So, and he wanted to bring her snack. So,
Yeah, that's true.
He brings that. We're like, come with us.
but we got this machine here, what takes souls out of bodies and puts them in others. And well, Mr. White's quite a powerful body.
We thought we could put him in a chicken, and then we could put one of us in his body.
A chicken, or maybe Gale, or we didn't quite know what we was gonna
Well,
do.
I
But
figured we could put the chicken in like Gale, and then Gale and the dragon inside the chicken. That way the dragon's not going to do anything bad with Gale's body.
you could see we kind of started talking ourselves in circles over it before we got to much of a point. But we're going after slavers next, is what it sounds like. And big old dragon as a weapon would be nice.
I see.
But I don't.
Oh, wait, you said that you wanted to like go adventuring but still be here to rule. Maybe we could swap your bodies with someone, and someone can stay in here in your body, and you can adventure in theirs.
Um,
Possibilities are
back.
endless.
I do like the premise. Have you tested this machine on anything yet?
Not
No,
yet.
that's why we wanted some chickens.
I see. Well, we have an abundance of chickens, and we were just going to put the dragon to death, so if you want to use him as a test for this, I certainly wouldn't mind. I don't think the populace would mind.
We might want to keep it on like the shh though.
Oh, right, of course. We wouldn't have to tell anyone.
That chicken would stand no chance when the populace finds out that it's a dragon.
By all means, you saved the city and you defeated him. He would be dead, except you wanted to keep him alive for possibly this exact reason. Yes, you're welcome to try whatever you would like to try.
Cool.
Well-
We probably should wait for the rest of the group though.
Yeah,
That way,
how
you know,
long are
like-
we planning on staying here? At least 2 days?
I think we were gonna leave with the ship as soon as we could.
So partly we need to see where the wandering zone's at, see if it's moved real far from where it was before, but
Like
as soon as
when
possible.
we first came, I kind of assumed that the ship was going to take a couple days to get here.
Yeah, but the ship's already here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
How long were we gone?
We were gone 1 day.
Only 2 days.
Was it? But yeah, but like, how was it the same amount of time here?
Yeah. In fact, she would. If you ask her, she visited you and gave you like your monthly allowance like 6 days ago. You guys have done a lot this week.
Wow, that was 6 days ago.
Jesus.
I thought I was gonna ask, like, hey, is it a monthly allowance already? We're busy. We're doing a lot of shit. Yeah, in the 6 days that we've met, at least, this is what happened.
I can't wait to be a dragon.
Yeah, we'll test that.
Oh my god, you can fly on my back, and then you can like shoot beams. It looks so cool.
Oh, this is exciting.
People are like, wow, that guy, he must be a god. Look at him, he's shooting beams on the back of a dragon.
Would you like to turn into a dragon? I could turn you into a dragon. I'm sure Flick can do it as well, but not in this current angel form. That's right. Were you familiar with Flick? You haven't seen him yet, but he's an angel now.
Did he?
No, he didn't die.
Oh.
No. He willed himself.
No, but we did like ascend some crabs, some hermit crabs to godhood.
Yeah, they didn't die either. They turned.
No,
into
they were just very good heroes.
Like the animal?
Yeah, look, I wrote it here, and I pull out a little like child's book that I made of them.
Oh my god.
Did I miss that? Was that a thing that happened? The crabs
The
ascended?
hermit crabs became. Yeah, we can summon them with an item.
What the fuck? I missed that.
Check out the item. It should be in the party.
Yeah, it's under the enemies world handouts.
It also has like little crown drawings in it.
Yeah, I should
It's
move that
pretty
one.
important.
You guys have this now. Here you go.
So I can move it to Naruto stuff if you want to, because that's where it's at.
Have you heard the story of the Lost Tears? I told that story to my Kuwatawas, and they seemed to.
Oh no.
They seem to very much enjoy it. I only tell.
Shout out to Rally.
Yeah, I tell them factual stories.
Excellent. While you're getting her caught up on Let's Trace Crest of Tears, let's jump back to Flick in his angel form. Are you using Camille?
Yep. Gale had the questions up there. Where'd it go?
Okay, excellent. Let's see. You receive a correct answer, can answer with a yes or no. And if it's a misleading answer, it might be a short phrase instead.
Yep. And if it's something that they wouldn't know, unclear.
Would, based on the current information and capability, would Ozymandias fall for Gale's plan?
Hard no. Maybe?
Deceitfully.
I was gonna say, he's not gonna fall for it, we're gonna fall for his plan.
Wait, the answer is deceitfully?
Deceitfully is the answer that you get, yeah. The implication being that he would absolutely go for it, but he would try to twist it somehow.
Okay.
So he would feign that he doesn't know what's going on and try to use it to his advantage. That's what you kind of mean by deceitfully?
That's what you would get from the one-word answer, yeah. Will we come up with a better plan before Ozymandias' plans come to fruition?
Probably.
Boy. I think this one is just unclear. Well, I mean, if...
I mean, unless the spell can tell the future, then it's gotta be unclear, right?
Right. Yeah, it would be unclear. Maybe like a hopefully. Yeah.
Is that their opinion?
Right. You're almost kind of like asking an I mean, they're gods. They have some foresight. Probably, like a probably or a hopefully, but not a hard yes or a hard no. Will leaving Gale poisoned put him at significant mortal risk from sources and conflicts that we will encounter in the next week? I mean, yes. At any point, someone could take that. You know, it's convenient spell. It doesn't have to explain itself. Yeah.
You're saying if we get captured by slavers and they take Gale's necklace off, he'll die?
I think it's stronger than a. Yeah, I think it's absolutely.
Strong yes, hard yes.
Without question. As prophesied. I don't know. What's a stronger. How do you say yes, but stronger and more aggressive?
If we get captured by slavers, I just have to
Bruh.
scooch over and touch Gale in the butt, and then I can cure him before he dies.
In the butt specifically? It's a world of poison.
I'm just imagining that we're tied up, so like my hands wouldn't be super free. So I'd have to like use my hand that's tied down by my butt, so it'd be near Gale's butt.
I'm sure if an angel, like, they just wouldn't just tie up an angel.
Yeah, probably not.
Shoot it.
We just need to get him like an EpiPen, where he can like stab himself with it.
Gale can just swallow it, right?
Oh wait, yeah, but they'd have to take his.
Oh, like a fake tooth, like a cyanide pill, but it's like an anti-poison pill, like the opposite of a cyanide pill.
When I saw that the attacks, they made 6 attacks, I was like, holy shit, and then I read the damage, and oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes. But hey, what if they got 3 crits in a row? Check it out. Well, not in a row, but 3 crits in one.
If they roll 3 crits.
Ooh, okay.
I rolled how many times? Was it like 70 something times to
yeah.
get 3 crits?
Yeah. I haven't actually done the math on it yet, but it should be.
And that was assuming advantage.
Right.
I'll do it again right now, see if I don't.
I mean, the way you're rolling these stats.
No crits. Fucking pepper stats.
After some time, you guys are all able to I know we're kind of waiting on Gale to respond to the commune. But I think the next question is, how long do you hang out here, and what do you do next?
Can we have Leah ping the radar thing and see where the
Yeah.
Wandering Sun is, if it's moved significantly?
Absolutely. Somebody give me. You guys have like 3 people with excellent tools for this. Using the same checks as before and the same method as before. You have to kind of wander throughout the city a few times to get some accurate triangulation going on. But you're able to deduce that it is drifting a little bit northeast, kind of up towards the channel between Valdalands and not Greencastle. The place. Oh my god, I've forgotten the name of that city. Anyway, the channel between the 2 continents.
Gotcha.
So it's actually come a little bit closer, is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
It's approaching Deltana, that's right.
I would imagine, unless anybody else is opposed, we'd at least like spend this night here and then reevaluate in the morning based on how far it's moved.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to go buy some stillstones in town if we have the chance to, if they have any more.
Be lovely.
Yeah, there has been a little bit of a rejuvenated trade. A lot of them were put into rebuilding the city, and a lot of them were given to you guys as a gift. But there are new traders that have started importing from Salt. And it's only.
I just forgot what we have.
It's only a day or so away. So yeah, there'd be some new ones.
Cool. I'll send you what I want probably after the session's done.
Excellent. Also, you would know that if you want to upgrade your flying machine, you will need to put about 7 nights of work, 8 hours a night, and you would need to grab yourself probably a couple of 3C stones, White, most likely. But that would be white or gray. Either one would work. But with a couple of 3C white or gray stones and, 7 nights of work, you could upgrade it.
Do they have paints I can use to make flames on it?
Absolutely.
Do they have magic paint that'll be like flickering flames, so it can be even cooler?
I sure hope so. Give me a luck check.
Can I ask Gale to make this luck check better than everyone else? Gale, I really need flames.
I love that Drake, of all people, is the one who is prescriptively better at luck.
I mean, I can just do it myself if you don't want to do it.
I don't know if I can actually like influence your luck. I'm not a rabbit.
I'm going to ask you a question, and
I'm gonna hold.
I trust you to answer this truthfully and honestly. Does Gale want there to be badass flaming paint that Ace can put on his machine?
Define badass.
Ace.
The flames move and flicker. Actual flames.
To Gale.
Like, I'm gonna paint this with this paint, and it's actually gonna look like it's on fire with flames that are like flickering on the surface. And they flicker faster the faster you go.
Alright, what do you roll for taste? Is that just charisma?
Either charisma or wisdom, yeah.
Hell yeah, that sounds dope. Let's do it. Hell yeah. 17.
You find exactly what you're looking for. They're called Mirage Dyes. Apparently it was very popular before the town went to hell. And the vendor survived thanks to you and was able to restock with some of the stuff from Salt Bowl. For 50 gold pieces, he will give you a whole bucket of Mirage paint, enough to paint all sorts of things. Not just your cart, but like
50 gold is nothing.
You could probably do like 30 or 40 of those carts before you ran out.
Nordo's shell, for example.
I need some of that.
And
I'm gonna paint everything.
What do we paint on Nordo's shell?
Hold on. Is there a way for us to like change the colors of the flames?
Absolutely. So the way that it works is when you paint the object, you basically bake a very simple visual illusion into it, like a minor illusion. It can be lightly animated, only lightly, so like a flickering flame, crackling thunder. You can't do like a guy lifting a gun, pointing and shooting it at you, for instance.
A 1 second GIF.
But yeah, you get a very short looping GIF that can be applied to basically anything you put the paint on. He will warn you, it is irritant to skin. You can do it, but don't leave it on for too long. Like an hour is going to leave you with a pretty bad rash. And there's a story about a play that involved a woman being turned to gold, and they used this paint, and she died because of it.
What about like body parts such as like nails or like shells?
As long as you avoid the cuticle, you'll probably be okay.
Nordo, you would look so cool with your shell.
It would go really nice with all the tattoos. I kind of agree.
You can make it look like trembling earth or something. That's on fire.
Earth on fire.
Make it like
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
crack lava.
Alright, I already marked that down. It's bot. Do we need more? Is one enough?
How much do you want?
I don't know, Gale. Like, how many? What things do you want to paint? Do we need enough for the whole ship?
Oh, absolutely not. That would be so tacky.
Okay, just like highlights. I got you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just so excited.
The party dies from paint fumes. Just fucking painting the entire shit.
Turns out Mirage paint is lead based.
Asbestos poisoning.
Is it all paint lead based? At some point.
At some point, yeah.
Okay, but I need you here for just like 3 seconds, sort of.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Okay, if we buy this Mirage paint, Gale would like to buy a little bit as well. and Gail would like to ask Nordo to paint a mural of our group. Just kind of like a Harry Potter painting, so it's like slightly animated.
Hell yeah.
Of course. I'm excited to work with this paint. I was hoping you'd share a little bit with me.
Don't tell Solange, he'll want to be part of it.
I'll give you the help
Nordo sits
action.
down for the night to do a little painting. It's probably how he spends the evening relaxing and meditating a little bit for his key.
I think Nomad joins him, helps him with the
Okay.
action part.
I'm gonna go give this wrench to my dad.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Third?
It
A
is
fucking
fantastic.
35.
Ooh. This is like a
Standing.
Michelangelo mural.
It really is. It is
Includes-
incredibly high quality. The animation is brilliant. It just captures everybody's spirit. Everybody is like getting a ton of personality through. Faces are great. Body language is great. Great composition. It's one of your finest work.
He's real proud of it when he's done. He includes Toto and all the Shu and all of our little familiars and shit as accoutrement.
Hell yeah.
And the 3 Crusketeers are in the background flying on golden wings.
Perfect.
Surrounded by bitches.
There's a big halo around them. They're like
Yeah.
front and center in the back, like the sun.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
3 crabs.
That is probably where we will wrap up for the week. Over the week, we need to find out where you're heading next. It sounds like it is to the Wandering Sun, which is near Deltana, to
Yep.
go fuck up some slavers.
That's
So
the
here's
plan, I
the thing
believe.
that might decide we're doing. Should I just scry on Anton and then we teleport bomb to him?
I don't know. That feels like they're probably going to be protected against that. We could ask Leah. Does Leah know if there's going to be some wards against that?
Not within the entire city, but probably within the headquarters at least.
Right. Yeah, that feels like. I mean, scrying couldn't hurt for sure.
Yeah. I'll
Unless he
prepare
could
it
see
tomorrow.
this. But teleporting right to him. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we can make it work, I'd love to
Yeah.
get face to face to him just as soon as I can. But
What we'll do is we'll wait for him to be on the shitter and then we'll go right at
I love this plan.
with his
Hell yeah.
pants down.
Catch him with his pants down.
Yeah, is he a morning shitter, Leah? Do you know if Do you know his shitting
Nordo,
schedule?
give me a luck check for Leah.
For Leah's shitting schedule.
Oh no, I closed out. Somebody make it for me.
Okay. Gail, do
No.
it. No, it's 9.
It's probably best she doesn't know that, actually.
Yeah, Leah's never seen him go shit.
It's meant to be.
11 for Gail.
Leah does not know anything about his shitting patterns.
That's good.
I mean, like, yeah, like, what would that say about Leah if she did? I don't know.
It would be pretty weird.
Nomad knows everyone's shitting patterns.
And with that,
And on that
we'll
note,
end here.
I will see you all next week.
I'll catch
Like,
you later.
Passively.
Guys, bye guys.
Bye.
It's
See a
like,
couple of you Friday.
Hell yes, I can't fucking wait.
Oh, I'm so excited too. I have to have a talking to with my bodyguard.
yeah, you're like, why are you so aggressive with me? I think he's one of those. It's just like, I'm only your bodyguard.